public. Kissing your cheek and making all this love shit.
There we go. Now we're back live.
Baby, I'm above it.
Give me your love. Give me your love.
I want that now.
I think they took me off because of the music.
Give me your love. I got that crown. Yeah. I don't know why we be asking stupid questions. Cause if it was up to me, I don't even know. I don't need to know.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. No, no.
Baby, you already know everything I do for us, and you should let it go. Dominoes, I line them up and
Are
then
people
I
coming
let
back?
them go.
What happened, guys?
And that's my heart, and when you really go off with that shit, you be yelling and shit, talking about my shit that I did before you. Let go.
We're back, baby.
Let go. You know what we have is so special. So I don't need to know. Do you see it? I know.
We're all back. We're all good. We're good to go. We're good to go. I don't need to know. No, no. All right, we're going to do one more song, then we're going to get started. That kind of threw a little fucking wrench in my plans right there. No, not that one. That's a weird one. That's the weirdest Stevie Wonder song I've ever heard. Not this. I don't know. I still don't know if I like Men I Trust. Don't know if I like Men I Trust. What about, wait, what was that? What was that song? Yeah, you know, I like, this is a great way to start the show, I think. Yeah, there we go.
You better do what you want when you get up in the morning, cause it won't be long before you're dead and gone. No, there ain't no telling.
Intro animation equals MK Ultra.
Just playing our hand till the last stand. So tell your mama you've been spreading honey. Won't you tell your brother you've been spreading honey? Won't you tell your sister you've been spreading honey? Won't they come along and spread some honey too? Oh, won't they come along and spread some honey too? Says you're no good, Papa says you're lazy, but you just might find it's them that's crazy. I'm just raising them rats, I'm making dough get fat, hanging up their hats. No, we ain't living like that. So tell your mama you've been spreading honey. Won't you tell your brother you've been spreading honey? Won't you tell your sister you've been spreading honey? Won't they come along and spread some honey too? Oh, won't they come along and spread some honey too?
Two CJ streams back to back. from show to show.
Spending honey from show to show.
Spending honey from show to show.
Spending honey from show to show. Spending honey from show to show.
Oh, won't you come along and spread some honeydew?
Oh, won't you
Come along and spread some honeydew. What's up? Hello, I'm back again. I can't believe it. Normally I do a stream and then you don't fucking hear from my ass for like a month. But here I am yet again. I'm back. Yes! I'm back. Feels so fucking good. Woo! Man, it feels fucking good. Yes. Thank you guys for coming out. This is going to be a lot of fun. We got the candles going. Things are looking up, man. Things are looking the fuck up. We've had, a lot of stuff has been happening extremely quickly. So very quickly, I'm putting a lot of stuff on the back catalog, but then all the things I put on the back catalog are starting to fucking they're starting to compound, and it's starting to become this one giant story. So we got some of that stuff. A lot of like Enchanted Titles related stuff. And then of course, we have the Tim Pool stuff. So I want to ask you guys, like, what should we do first today? Like, should we, the title, the thumbnail, it's all very Tim Pool related. So should we open up with the Tim Pool related stuff today and then get into the other stuff? Like, how are we feeling? What do we want to do? I'm thinking that might not be the worst idea in the world. Looks like we're getting some frame rate drops. Hopefully that starts evening itself out. I'm seeing I have very inconsistent frames right now. But hopefully that should fix itself. It looks like it's a network-related thing. So, I think we should be good. I never expected that my channel was going to be this, like, Tim Pool news source. But as it turns out, I'm actually the best at it. So every single person over the last day, they've been covering, Tim Pool, he made Kanye walk or whatever. But they didn't give you the full fucking backstory that I've been able to give you about Adam Kringler and fucking Karlin Borisenko and the Lydia sex scandal and how all that compounded and kind of made the Kanye situation happen. So with all these other guys, they're, yes, you're getting the story of, Kanye walked, but you don't know why Kanye walked. You don't understand what the fuck is happening. I've been the first person to cover the Lydia Adam shit, and this is your most reliable fucking Tim Pool news source that you're going to find. I like to think this channel in a lot of ways is kind of, it's viewer advocacy. I try to look at these political guys from a non-political angle. I'm going to give everybody a fair shake. We're going to look at who people are at the end of the day. And Tim Pool has really proven himself to be a nasty, vindictive person, a liar. He is not who he says he is. And you could tell everything you need to know about somebody based on how they treat the people around them and how they treat like waiters, waitresses, people that they don't have anything to benefit from. And, all these things for Tim, they're starting to compound like one after the other. He can't catch a break. First, it's the alleged affair that he had with Lydia, the alleged affair that Lydia had, because allegedly his producer that he hired because she slid into his DMs. That's how it was described. This woman slid into Tim's DMs and became the producer of the show. Went from booty call to producer. The fucking that's some straight up fucking Harvey Weinstein stuff as it is. But to make matters even worse, this Lydia person was married the whole time. All that gets exposed. This whole Kanye situation happens. And now he has, oh my God, I can't even believe that this happened. I can't believe that I woke up to this today. This is so fucking good. I guess, okay. Tim has a family. As we all know, Tim Pool, he's a mixed race, half Korean, half white person who grew up in the south side of Chicago. You know, all his friends were gang members. That's why he's pro Second Amendment. And, you know, really had it rough growing up in those, you know, Chicago urban environments. But he has a family. And there's actually, oh, man. I might need to wind this back a little bit. Because this is not the first time that we have met Tim Pool's sister before. So I covered this. This is at a time period where I was still live streaming on Twitch. So this was quite a while ago. But I think it's good. I think we should kind of roll the clock back. We should check out Tim Pool. He got into a fight with this fucking rapper guy. Do you guys remember this rapper guy that he got into this big fight with? Tim Pool fight. Was it R.A.? Yes, it was. Okay. So this R.A. the Rug Man versus Tim Pool. Who remembers this whole drama? This is so funny. Because this R.A. guy was basically saying to Tim Pool how he grew up in like a gated neighborhood, how he talks white, how he's from like a white neighborhood. And Tim did not like that. It turned into a huge blow up. So we're going to click on that. Looks like there's a little man in the corner. Oh, yeah. R.A. the Rugged Man. Yeah, that's what he's called. Let me see if I can find the video clean, because I don't want to watch somebody else's commentary on it. I guess we'll click on Sam Cedar's video, I guess. I don't hate Sam Cedar. He's pretty bad, though. He's not the best. Okay. And then I click small screen. Ooh, guys, I'm starting to figure out how to work these two monitors. This is very exciting for you guys. Now I can see the chat at all times. You know, anybody that's been a long-time viewer of mine knows sometimes I don't see the chat because I am stupid and haven't been able to figure out a good way to see chat and have everything run really nice and smooth. But now that I got the two monitors going, I have chat. So I can see you guys perfectly. Everybody is loud and clear. I can see you all. All right, so let's watch this little clip right here.
Did you
voice to me like I'm some sucker?
Did you laugh at me?
Yeah, laugh.
Did you disrespect me? I was nice to you, bro. I was being nice.
Like I'm your son, bitch.
You raised your voice to me, bro. I said I respected you.
You wouldn't shut
I appreciated you.
Raising your voice shit.
I stopped when you told me to.
Yeah, you know, Tim, we're starting to notice a pattern here. Black people or like people from the hood or whatever, they don't respect Tim. They don't like being around Tim. They think he's a fucking dork. Because this is the only other guy that I've seen that's walked off the Tim Pool show. Which, by the way, I don't think you guys are fully comprehending how crazy it is to walk off the Tim Pool show. Because when you walk off the Tim Pool show, you are still on his motherfucking compound. You know what I mean? He's got armed guards. He's got Proud Boys working security there. It is like a crazy cult-like environment. So when you walk off the show, it's going to be like, you know, his property is like 70 miles in all directions. So it's going to take you at least an hour to get off his property. So leaving his show is, I mean, the implications of that are pretty nuts.
You said lower your voice, so I lowered my voice. I told you I respected you coming. It was a good show. I said I respected you, willing to admit when you got things wrong. Bro, I have put so much of my life into this. Look at this.
I watch your videos.
I
already watched your video. No, I see your videos.
You don't.
No, I see your video. Yeah, you're gonna say, look, this is the non-racist thing. But meanwhile, you have videos promoting Derek Chauvin and acting like he was in the right.
Yeah, I love that idea. By the way, like, I don't know if anybody has like a pro Derek Chauvin YouTube account. That would be pretty nuts if your fucking account was just like, yeah, you did a 20-minute video talking about how good of a guy Derek Chauvin is. Yeah, you went bowling with him, Tim. I saw you.
You have videos of that. You have videos of the other guy.
Well, look at him fucking around with this mic too, manically messing around with his microphone.
In the right. You have videos of that. You have videos of the other guy. You have videos of the other. You have videos of the other guy.
Two guys.
Armory. and you go, oh, but they grabbed the pistol, defending them, killing a black man in the streets, and he ran for them and giving excuses. You have these videos, so all of this shit doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, of course not.
A decade of work doesn't matter.
No.
Because
Okay, so another big part of this is that this guy, he didn't believe that Tim Pool's from the hood. You know, that was so upset. Tim could not handle somebody not thinking that he is from the hood. That to him is like the ultimate problem. Ultimate problem. If you don't think Tim Pool's from the hood, I got to correct the record. So he actually went so far that he actually brought his sister on the podcast to prove that they grew up in a rough neighborhood. So I'm going to click this right here. Tim Pool sister Timcast. Let's see if we can find it here. Okay, everything is going to be... Where is the episode where Tim Pool's sister goes on the podcast? Can we find... I would love if we could find this. Fuck. Come on. It's so buried in the SEO. What the hell is her name? Let me see if I can find this here. Okay. Tim Pool's sister. Let's see. Her name is... Because I want to show this to you guys. All right, Lisa Pool. Lisa Pool, what a terrible name. Lisa Pool Timcast. Okay, that is from opens up about brother's behavior. Tim Pool's a lying coward. Isn't that great when you you Google your name and everybody's like, this guy's a lying coward. Okay, well, anyway, he brought us... I don't know. I think Tim might have, honest to God, I think he might have scrubbed this from the internet. Because what I'm about to show you is Tim Pool's sister really airing out some serious dirty laundry. Oh, my God. So, again, you have to think about how all this stuff compounds. Because each instance on its own is pretty fucking bad. So you have a sex scandal with an employee, pretty bad. You have the biggest rapper in the world walking off your podcast because you don't know how to interview people. That's really bad. And now you have your fucking flesh and blood sister talking about how you're actually a really bad guy. Those three things compounded onto each other make this quite the fucking instance. So I am pleased. I only watched the first couple of minutes of this, but we are in for a motherfucking treat. Guys, I am so... Thank you to everybody that has been here for Tim Pool Week. We have been covering Tim Pool-related drama for the last, I want to say, month. It's been nonstop, but really it's been the last week. We've been covering this stuff nonstop. So thank you to everybody that has been here for all this, because it has been an absolute pleasure actually sharing all this stuff with you guys. So we're going to watch this entire thing. This is going to be a full watch right now. This is 25 minutes long, and it is going to be good. So buckle up, everybody. Grab your drinks, grab your smokes, grab whatever you need. We're getting into it.
Okay. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to do these dishes. I don't like doing dishes, and I find it very boring, so at least I can tell you guys what happened while I do the dishes. So, I know I put a video up on my TikTok kind of explaining some of it, right? So, last year, October, some stuff happened, and I had to just up and go. I was living here in Illinois, and my two kids and I we had to find somewhere to live fast.
Oh, okay. So apparently we can find the video. Thank you to PK for doing some fucking sleuth work for us. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Tim Pool and family. Tim Pool and family respond to Cenk. Okay. Oh, is this it? Oh, is it part of the same video? Oh, I've seen this. Okay. No, this is still on Timcast. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely worth watching. Oh my God. I can't believe this. This guy was so offended by the fact that somebody thinks he grew up rich that he had to bring on his estranged sister.
You're absolutely allowed to call me all the names in the book, make fun of me, laugh at me, call me a liar, have all those opinions. I got no issue with that whatsoever. I do, however, have an issue with your disdain for the working class people, this idea that I could not have gone through this struggle because I'm too successful. And that's basically what happened, and that's been my experience since Occupy Wall Street. Before I got any public notoriety, they said, oh, you know, Tim Pool is mixed race and a high school dropout, and all of those things are a perfect example of what's wrong with this country because he's smart, he should be doing better. And then once all these newspapers started highlighting, you know, talking about me, they said I was a white kid. And that's exactly what we ended up with Ari the Rugged Man. He called me like a white boy who didn't understand any of this stuff. The Young Turks implied that I was lying about my upbringing. And so that's what I really want to address. And we're going to talk a bit about my upbringing. We're going to talk about my history on the South Side. And then I'm going to talk about why I think it's so important.
This is so sad. Does anybody in the audience know where I grew up? Does anybody know where I grew up? Where I grew up? Do you guys know the town I grew up in? You know the state? Let's see some fucking guesses. You guys don't know jack shit about me. Fuck you. I'm not going to go on a big diatribe about who I am because R.A. the Rugged Man said that I'm a rich kid. Like, that stuff, it's not going to bug me. I'm not going to fucking fly my sister in to explain myself. This is psycho behavior.
To address these issues in the context of the Young Turks. So, joining me today is my sister, Lisa.
Hi, everybody.
I can't keep track of your last name.
I know. I've been married and...
You want to pull the microphone a little closer?
Yeah, I can do that.
Pull it real close and talk right into it.
Like that? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your last name now?
Well, now it's
It's
Pool.
Pool.
Now
Okay,
it's
it's Pool
back
again.
to Pool.
All right.
It's back to Pool. Yeah.
Because you've been married a couple times. And
yeah.
people have seen Chris on the vlog.
Right.
And so, you know, people know him. And I figured, well, actually, I'll put it this way. After the show, you know, I'm talking to Mom. And she was like, me and Lisa were saying, I can't believe he would say these things, imply you're lying. And then when earlier today, when the Young Turks video was going around, and I'm just like, he's trying to get me mad and riled up. Whatever. That's fine. He's allowed to be mad at me. He's allowed to not like me. But then you walked in, you were like, those things he was saying, he was lying.
I could not believe the things he was saying on the Young Turks. I was watching it. I'm like, what? Oh my God. And then when I watching the interview with you, what he said, like he kept asking about your back. He wanted pictures. I was like,
yeah, that
what?
was weird.
Wasn't that
Show me a
weird?
picture
Show
of
me a
you when you were
picture.
10 years old.
This is a demented fucking family, man. This is an ugly, demented, weirdo fucking incest family. You know, okay, sure, you might be mixed race, so that's proof that your family is not into incest, right? Well, what if your whole family that you had incest with was also mixed race, okay? You know, there's ways of things happening that you wouldn't expect. That's what his fucking gross ass, poor ass fucking family does.
Like what?
They like to fuck each other.
Yeah, and he didn't
Look at her
believe any
teeth,
of the
man.
stuff that went on when we were kids with the gangbangers. Man, I remember all of it because I know I'm older than you
Yeah.
by quite a few years. And
5 years.
5. Well, okay.
Okay, what was our
Two.
address?
4941 South Laramie in Chicago, Illinois, off of Archer and Cicero.
Dude, this is the type of woman you got to talk to at the fucking airport. You know, this is the woman that is like, you know, this is like a fucking like a hostess on the verge of getting fired. This is a cigarette smoking fucking nurse at the end of her rope. It is so funny that you look at the two siblings of the Pools, where you have this one woman who turns into complete working class trash. You know, her former husband, I'm assuming, was in the union. You know, and then you have Tim Pool, who's this little fucking beta male nerd who learned how to hack his way through the SEO of YouTube to becoming the political thinker of our generation that Kanye can't stand to be around. How the fuck does this happen? It's so crazy how our reality makes these different roads, and we walk down that. We don't even understand the implication of the roads we're walking down until you end up looking like this fucking mutant creature.
Off of Archer and Laramie, to be exact, right by the West Lawn neighborhood. The West Lawn neighborhood was infested with gangbangers. The popes, like you said, the almighty popes, they were all there. The 2-6, the kings.
Oh, yeah, the 2-6.
Remember
I didn't
the
even remember
2-6?
those.
Yeah, the 2-6.
Yeah, I remember the 2-6 Mafia.
All of that. And I've had
Ew,
close
close your
friends
mouth,
of mine,
bitch.
almost get jumped by the queen.
Not trying to look at them chompas no more.
I had a good friend of mine.
Them some fucking snaggle tooth.
Remember the queens? I got a
So yeah, this is her, man. So Tim flew this woman in to prove that he is poor because that's important to him. And here she is a couple months later. She has come out for blood. She is not happy with Tim, and she is making it public.
and which means I had to find a job. I had to find a place to live with my kids. It was all I got the rug pulled out from under me. But I can't get into detail about it. But that's all you guys need to know. And then, so what happened was I called my mom.
I love this too. She's wearing a Nassau sweatshirt, so already half of my audience hates her. That's always how this works, by the way. I don't know. I have this whole subculture on my YouTube of people who just hate the moon and shit like that. So already they are not on her side.
You know, I told her, I said, Mom, I don't know what to do. I'm screwed. I need help. And I found a job, a full-time job here in Illinois. Chicago.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is the ugliest Korean woman in the world. I mean, Korean people are so beautiful. They're like the most beautiful people in the world. And this is what the West does to a person.
Yeah, making $20 an hour. Wasn't a lot, but it was something. And
this is what the West does.
And it came with benefits and retirement plan, a pension. And I'm like, oh my God, if I can just find a place to live, this could work. That's all I needed. And I could put the kids in daycare, you know, school. I'll be fine. So when I called my mom already had moved to West Virginia.
So my brother Tim bought my mom a house in West Virginia. Okay. That's pretty nice. Again, I think that there's some sweetness to Tim, but also there's some like Machiavellianness too. And I think we're going to get a little bit of both of that through this story. So Tim Pool bought his mom a house. That's like something a rapper would do.
I was like the only one left here in the Chicago area. Well, Tim calls me out of nowhere. What's going on? I said, Tim, I told him the situation.
Wait, hang on a second here. All right. Beanie acquired. I think we're ready for the rest of this segment.
Told him what was going on. And he's like, well, come to West Virginia. And I said, I'd rather not do that. Thank you, though. And this water's hot. Rather stay here in Illinois. He said, well, I can give you a job making $48,000 a year.
48. Oh my God. I love that. So Tim, he's going to offer his sister a job. So how much money is he going to... Rich Tim Pool, who has his own compound, right? Rich-ass motherfucking Tim Pool is offering his sister a $48,000 a year job. You could make more money being the manager of a Trader Joe's. That is an embarrassingly small amount of money.
To my property manager. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess, but I'd rather just stay here. My kids to be here.
AJ Haypenny says someday Sam Buck will interview Ye. Nobody else, Anthony's totally right. Nobody else will understand that. But I think it could happen. I mean, things are getting pretty wacky right now.
And I said, you know, I know you helped Skylar, our cousin, with $3,000 when COVID hit. She lost her job and lost her place to live. She was homeless with her 2 kids. She almost had to go to women's shelter. Tim out of nowhere sent her $3,000 in 2 seconds, which was very nice of him. Now, I'm not trying to
man. So fucking funny. Actually, hold on a second. This is really this is coming full circle right here. because who was here for yesterday's stream? You guys got to start watching this shit every day because it's all starting to kind of compound onto each other. Because let's listen to the speech that Tim goes on about why having money is good, but having people around you is bad.
When there was substantially less people here. Don't live here now. I live in West Virginia in a private house. And then people say things like, Tim moved all of his employees out to, that's my advice.
Oh, here we go.
And make your show what it should be, something bigger, and make a lot of money for yourself with your company and Social Blade and check. And I like, you know, when there is passively, like when I say like, oh, the Young Turks were talking about me and all, on a dime decided to hate you. People you've known your whole life.
Here, I think I'm getting closer. Friends, sorry.
1,000,001 times. If you can't handle that, live in my van down by the river, and power likes to be hidden.
Here, let's see.
Some of the most common advice I've ever gotten in my life in doing business: standing atop the roof, standing atop the roof in Chicago at a party with a bunch of politicians years ago when I was a young skateboarder. And these men were all very wealthy, and they said the biggest mistake you will ever make is making yourself public.
Yes.
Take the money and run.
Yes.
Power likes to be hidden. You won't regret it.
He's talking about his sister. He is talking about his sister. Because he knows a storm is a brewing.
Is making yourself public. Take the money and run.
So he's he's trying to say it's good having money, but it's not good when people know that you have money because they're going to ask you for it.
Power likes to be hidden. You won't regret it. In various forms. Fame is the worst thing you could ask for. It's cool when I go to a casino and some dude recognizes me and fans me over and I meet a friend and we gamble and I have a tremendous night.
Oh, cool. Some scumbag from a casino knows who you are. Yeah, isn't that great? Have you ever been to a casino? It's like, I don't want these people knowing who I am.
Great flush and we're winning and like all the troubles wash away of all the threats while the whole world is saying they want to kill me. Learn to all the players at the table because let's see. And there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that is, for every good person who smiles and waves, there is someone who brandishes a weapon or, you know, makes a threat. Complicated stuff. But, you know, mo money, mo problems is true.
Here we go.
You'd be, the reality is this. It's not really mo.
Thank you for your patience. I hope you understand what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you a full picture of all these little coded messages that Tim has been giving us over the last couple days. So I'm kind of like scrubbing through this video, but I think you're already understanding why I'm showing this to you.
Mo problems. It is, in a sense, like with taxes and stuff and like paperwork and accounting. But the reality is, the more people know you have money, the more problems you'll face.
Yes, he's talking about his sister.
Talked about it when they announced that $50 million contract or whatever. He said he was like a marked pig on a train.
Yes, you could hear this is bugging him. I think this has been long in the works right here. I think he's known that his sister is going to do this for a while, or at least suspected.
I don't care. Like I just needed a boost. Like I just needed help for like a first month's rent and a deposit. That's it. Any other money?
Yes. Oh, man. That is so funny. I'm going to pull that on screen right now. I mean, that's just too fucking funny. Oh, man. I have the best chatters. You guys are hilarious. Look at this. That is just the best. There we go. I'm going to keep that on the screen for now. I fucking love that.
I just needed that. And if he couldn't help me, I'd have to find something else another way. Probably go to a women's shelter. But it was weird. And so I didn't want to put my kids through that. So he told me that he would not contribute to a slave state. He did not want to give me any money because he did not want to contribute to a slave state.
Oh my God. He told his sister that he's not going to give her money because he doesn't want to contribute to a slave state. Okay. What?
Shit. That means I had to go to a homeless shelter. So, I didn't give him an answer. I told him no at first. And then I talked to my mom, and my mom was like, you really, really should come out here. So I did it. I went out there. I was out there in October of last year, and I stayed out there for about 3-4 months. You guys probably saw me.
Okay, so you're hearing this. So this is a married woman, or no, not a married woman. Sorry, not married. She is a single mother, and I believe she has multiple kids. And Tim is asking for her to, instead of just giving her money, which would just be the fucking nice, it's like, dude, it's your sister. She lost her job. Give her a little bit of money. Like Tim giving her a $3,000 thing, that is like me giving you a penny. I mean, it's nothing. So to force this woman to uproot her life and move her whole family to West Virginia to, fucking help you with your chicken coop cult compound where you guys skateboard and talk about how AOC is ruining America. That's like, you're going to make her do all that shit? You're going to make her fucking move all the way to West Virginia from Chicago? That's crazy.
And it was okay. I went out there and
and this is all the work. So I guess her job at the house was to manage the house. So she would everything that went in and out of the house, she would organize it all.
Did my best. Sorry if these dishes are loud. I did my best. Sorry if these dishes are loud. I did my best to try to get that place in order. There was socks, laundry, beanbag stuff laying around. I did the best I could to clean it up. And
look at this. I love this, by the way. This is such an invasion of Tim is going to look at this as such an invasion of privacy. You know, he's just filming how fucking weird, like every item that is in the place is now being filmed and analyzed by Antifa. You know, like this is not something like a typical sister would do. This is not what I would expect my brothers to do. I wouldn't expect them to come to my house and start filming and putting the footage out for all my enemies to analyze.
Organized his pantry. I made it. I think they needed someone to make it look like a home. I mean, it was a workspace. Don't get me wrong. They needed that, but it just looked like a messy frat house. So I went in there and I did my duty and I cleaned it up, and I think I did a really great job. And so, at least that's what everyone told me. So the first week I'm working there, I had a vacuum. I got a vacuum. I was so excited with this vacuum because I was like, "This is it." The vacuum they had was one of those shark vacuums or something where you need to charge it. You know, they're kind of crappy. I don't like them. I'm sorry. And so I wanted to get a real vacuum, one that like plugged in the wall that worked. And so I, found one on sale, like $100. And so what I did was, I'm walking in the door with my vacuum, so excited, and I walk into a situation that was really tense. And I was like, wow, this is really, really tense. I didn't know anybody that well. I only had met a few employees at that point, so it was only like a couple days I'd been there. And then I walk into Tim standing here next to his girlfriend. I think Chris might have been there. But there was a girl that worked there who answered the phones.
Excuse me, lady. I have a Shark vacuum. Okay, what do we think about Shark vacuums? Like, what do we think about her taste in Does she have good taste in vacuum cleaners? Are you happy with your Shark? Tell me how you feel about that.
She was very, very cool chick. She was like a personal assistant.
Wait. Who's a cool chick? Who's a cool chick?
Very, very. And she's such a sweet. Worked there. Girlfriend. I think Chris might have been there. But there was a girl that worked there who answered the phones and did the emails. And she's such a sweetheart. She did a lot of work. She was very, very cool chick. She was like a personal assistant to him, pretty much.
Who is she talking? Do we think that she's talking about Lydia, or Is she talking about one of... Oh, no, because it's a former employee. I don't think that Lydia still works at Tim. I think she has to be talking about Lydia, but it's up in the air. I couldn't say for sure. But it sounds to me like she's talking about Lydia.
She did a lot. I know his girlfriend Allison did a lot too, don't get me wrong, but this girl did, like, she did a lot. Well, Tim was yelling at her, kind of. Like, not yelling at her, but he was the way he was speaking to her. He wasn't...
And the reason why I think this is Lydia is because Adam made a huge note that Tim would go on all these fucking yelling sprees where he'd just be screaming at Lydia at the top of his lungs. So this would corroborate Adam's story in a way. And that's another thing. We're noticing everybody sort of corroborate each other's stories. Because remember, Adam said... The fighting was so intense we could hear it through the hallways. But the day before that, Carlin was talking about how Tim and Lydia would have sex, and you could hear the sex through the hallways. So it's like, ooh, okay. So the acoustics in the house, different people are starting to mention the acoustics for different reasons. So we're noticing all these little patterns here.
His voice... But he did speak to her in a very condescending, angry tone. Because her computer was kind of going loony. And I thought she clicked on a pop-up. So I, standing there, when I walked into the situation, I said, "Why'd you click on a pop-up?" And I kind of, "Wow, what'd you click on?" And he whipped his head at me and said, "Shh."
Oh, that's so mean. You know, imagine somebody goes to you, they go, "Shush!" Especially it's this little bitch boy, Tim Pool. I don't like that. He treats women bad.
I was like, oh my God, this is really awkward. And I was like, Tim, what? And he then said, "Leave, Lisa." I said, "Leave."
Oh
and
my God.
Like
I love this.
And it was really aggravating. And because it was just like, it was a little embarrassing, I'll be honest. I just had met these employees. It was, like, Jesus.
Yes, that's kind of we're starting to get a sense at like who Tim is behind closed doors. He's a real what is it? A gaslighting, gatekeeping girl boss. This guy's mean. He's a mean guy to work for. I mean, you thought that working for Keemstar was going to be rough. This is a totally different story. Keemstar's nice. Tim is not nice. He is just a real shitty. I mean, you don't see him acting this way to Kanye. You don't see him acting this way to all these people. He's acting shitty to all the women in his life. Like, come on. Obviously, women are awful, but it's like you got to be nice to them. Obviously, come on. Why are you being so mean to your sister? Who else do you have if you don't have your sister?
I was like so upset. I like sitting, like I had my head on my steering wheel. Like, why did I even accept this offer? I don't want to come all the way here. I had to drive 12 hours with my kids in the car, throwing up every 20 minutes to a half hour. I put my I have a 2 and a 5-year-old. I had to put them through that, bringing them all the way out.
Oh my God. Imagine a 12-hour drive with a 2 and a 5-year-old. Oh my God. That sounds miserable. That sounds awful.
Tim did pay for my pod. I was grateful for that. I didn't want to go out there, but did he do that? Like he moved to Adam? Yeah. It was nice of him to do it. It wasn't the help I needed or that I wanted. I did take it though.
It wasn't the help that I needed or wanted, but I took it though.
I was like, shit. So I had to talk with Chris. I was like, Chris, what's the deal? He's like, yeah, I know. Sometimes when he does that, you just got to pull him aside. And I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. He should have been doing this in his office, first off.
Oh my God. And imagine that. You're so disconnected from your own brother that the employees of his have to explain to you how you need to start talking to him now. Like you're so bad at relating. You're such a that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Tim is such a different guy that his sister doesn't even recognize who he is anymore. That's what we're witnessing. We're witnessing this is like, have you guys seen oh shit, what the fuck is the movie? Citizen Kane. This is like Tim Pool's Citizen Kane moment where he's just become this titan of industry. And when you look back at his past, It's nothing. But for Tim Pool, instead of like a red sled, it's gonna be like a chicken or something. I don't know what it's gonna be.
And so after that, there was just so many things he did that. This wasn't the first time he did this.
Is this not Citizen? We're watching Citizen Kane right here.
Quite a few times with his employees, and I tried having a talk with him, and I said, Tim, you got to stop doing that. I said, be a leader, not a boss.
Oh, he probably hated that. Be a leader, not a boss. Oh, man. That is a brutal insult. That is a brutal insult. Be a leader, not a boss. Wow. She's cutting right to the core. He did not like that. He's not used to getting talked to like that.
One in, one out the other. So, after that, I remember it was that same girl. It was her birthday. And we actually did an episode on it on the Cast Castle. Everybody was there except him. When I said, Tim, we're going to sing Happy Birthday.
Okay. Now we have to take a detour to figure out the birthday. We got to find the birthday here. Okay. Let's search for this. We're doing some sleuth work here today. Okay. Let's see. What is it? Castle birthday. All right, let's try to find this. Seamus shocked his friend. No, that can't be it. His friend remembered his birthday. It can't be this, right? Is it Seamus? Is it that fucking loser from Freedom Tunes? The most unfunny fucking bullshit ever. Freedom Tunes. It's not Seamus, is it?
Morning. I quote from this email. I just cancel my account with you, not because of Tim, his staff, or guests, but...
Maybe we could find another one here. Hold on. Is there a way to search the video? Oh, right here. Let's see. Birthday. Let's see. We tricked her into making her own birthday cake. This is it. Who is it? Who is she talking about? It's got to be Lydia, right? It's got to be Lydia. It's got to be Lydia.
15. We've not been fed. No one's eaten for days. The master who...
By the way, we got a lot of people in here. What is this? We got 40 people? Guys, thank you for showing up. This is good. I'm glad you guys are all here. In the description is a link to the Discord. If you guys are trying to like stick around, I make all the announcements on Discord. So follow me there.
Watches over us seems to have disregarded our chicken plight. I have no idea when
I'm almost positive, by the way, this is Seamus right here. This is a Seamus Freedom Tune. Oh my God. Let's just watch.
I've had nothing but
so
dirt.
Bad.
Karen has had less, resorting to eating her sweater. Kinda unclear where she got that. Ron is over there in the corner, pretending he's dead. Drama queen.
Yeah, this stuff was great if it was 2008 and the only thing you could get comedy from is like, oh, you see 22 viewers and no Discord link. Okay, that's an issue. Wait, I thought I had the fucking Discord. And you're already in the Discord, so now you're just being an asshole. Let's see here. Hold the fuck on, guys. We're taking things one step at a time. There I am. Hold on. We got the Discord right there. Okay, so if you guys like the stream, just come help. Oh, I'm helping. Yeah, right. Fuck you.
Josh just sits there around the fire, carving a shiv. He might try to kill us later. I haven't decided yet.
Well, here's the way I look at it. So if I'm going through all this time plugging the Discord and I don't provide a link, that means the people who are watching the show at that time are probably really horrible, and I did that on purpose. So think of it that way.
Tad was sent off to find us food, braving the cold to quest for sustenance.
Dude, this Seamus guy, he looks up to two people, Donald Trump and the guy that wrote Homestar Runner. That's what this guy is.
He may return or he may perish. In which case, I'll send Ron out to find him and give him a proper chicken Viking funeral.
Yeah, this is fucking horrible. Okay, who's making the cake? Is that Lydia?
She likes chocolate.
No, that's Tim Pool's sister. Okay, so this is definitely what she was talking about. This is 100% what she was talking about. Here is Tim Pool's sister making a birthday cake.
Gonna bake all right.
Okay, so it's like, why wouldn't you just say who it is? You know, if you're gonna say everything except for, then fucking come on.
This.
I know. All right, I'll put it lower.
Brent's an athlete and he can't do it.
Here.
I'm kind of scared.
That's true. You're gonna hurt me shit.
Oh my God, it's not Lydia at all. It's this fucking Asian woman.
Your mask before you do that.
Oh my God, so Tim Pool is just yelling at this chubby Asian girl? Oh my God, that's probably so scary for her to have Tim Pool yelling at her like that.
That's true. You're gonna hurt me
Okay,
shit.
so it's not Lydia, it's whoever the fuck this bitch is. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, glad we cleared that up.
Do you want to come join in? I made her a cake. He said no. He wouldn't even let us sing in the green room in the area where all the guests hang out. And this was like I don't think he had a podcast that night, so we or it might have been before his show. He was too busy watching the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix. So finally the last straw where I got tired of it. I made him, I didn't know this was gonna happen. I made these pictures for him. I had them in these frames. My mom had them. They were pictures of us skating. I was at the skate park when we were teenagers in Burbank, Illinois. And my mom took them.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Burbank, Illinois. Oh, you know Burbank, right?
So it's all of us.
Burbank, Illinois.
Thought, you know what, this would be a really nice thing to put in the house to make it look like friendly. I mean, maybe it'll be nice because he has skaters come here. Maybe we can hang out with him in a skate park. So I got the pictures from my mom's photo album. I found a bunch of 5x7 and 4x6 frames. And I framed them. And I brought them to the house, to the cast castle. Well, when I brought them to Allison, she said, Tim said no. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer, And look, I tried to make these pictures because I thought, Tim and I didn't really have a close relationship already. So I thought maybe this would be something that I can do for him to just help us bring us closer together. I don't listen to his podcast really. I'm not really political, but I just wanted to be there to support him. To just be there and be his sister and be supportive. And so because he said no to the
and also maybe to try to get some of that money, because there's some of that going on here too. Tim isn't he isn't all at fault here. She looks crazy. Yeah, that is an insane side profile, very Joker like. And yeah, she probably is fucking trying to get a little bit of that money. She was saying before that she's doing jobs for $20 an hour, and she's got kids, and it's like, I have this rich ass brother who's making me work for $48,000 a year. I would feel resentful too, and if I was Tim, I would not give her a fucking red dead cent. I would let those kids fucking starve. Fuck them. Tim Pool wants to be a center-left libertarian. Well, let your fucking nieces and nephews starve to death. That's what a real libertarian would do.
I thought I'd have a talk with him privately in his little living area. And I said, Tim, hey, how come you don't want them hung up in the house? Maybe I can help you hang them up in your place, And he said, why would I hang up pictures of people I haven't spoken to in 16 years, Lisa? Why would I do that? That was his response. You know what? My eyes welled up with tears. I felt like I was going to cry my eyes out.
Wait, let me hear this again.
Pictures of people I haven't spoken to in 16 years, Lisa. Why would I do that?
Wait, what did she say again?
Maybe I can help you hang them up in your place, And he said, why would I hang up pictures of people I haven't spoken to in 16 years, Lisa? Why would I do that? That was his response.
Wow.
You know what?
Oh my God.
My eyes welled up with tears. I felt like I was going to cry.
He has literally purged everybody from his life. If Tim hasn't talked to you in 10 years, then he wants nothing to do with you. This guy has a completely new life. He has No respect for anything other than money and clout. And if you're in a world that where you can't offer him money or clout, then he's going to throw you to the side. He doesn't give a fuck.
It was hurtful. I turned to Allison, and she said, you know, Lisa, I'm really sorry. I didn't know he was going to do that. I said, yeah, neither did I. And that was...
This is great. This is kind of like the, what is it, the Ashley Cummings, Whitney Cummings situation, where Whitney Cummings has this crazy fucking sister that is always trying to bring her down. This is kind of like that. I love this. I hope she continues. I hope this fucking crazy bitch posts a new video, a new secret about Tim Pool every day. Oh my God. This would be my favorite YouTube channel. I love this.
I knew. He wasn't my brother anymore. He's just different. So after that, he wasn't 100%
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we love Ashley. We love her. Oh, sorry.
That was part of it. I wasn't happy. My kids, they weren't happy there at all. It's like I wanted to be there, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. So, listen, I'm completely grateful that Tim helped me out.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Can you guys please bother this Ashley Pool person? Can we get her to come on the show? That's a big favor. I mean, we don't have a lot of people here, but you guys are savvy, and we can make a lot happen with a little. So let's try to get in contact with this fucking pool, with the lady pool. I think this would be good. Lisa Pool. Let's try to get her on the show. I would love to have a chat with Lisa Pool.
Fine. 100%. I mean, it was really great of him. And I don't want to just make this video just to shit on my brother. I do love him, but hey, he's not him anymore.
Woo! Oh, man, it's so good. He's not him anymore. That's a direct quote. Wow, this is so embarrassing.
But hey, he's not him anymore.
That's confirmation right there. That is fucking confirmation right there. He is not him anymore. So when Tim goes on these speeches about his upbringing and his roots and how he's never changed, well, here is his motherfucking flesh and blood saying he's not who he used to be. This is a different guy. I don't recognize him anymore. That's what she's saying.
I think, and like I said on Adam's thing, I think he needs to take a step back and really look at the person he's become, because he's not that person anymore. I mean, I know him and I weren't close already, you know? So, it just sucks because
maniacally doing the dishes while she's trying to ruin her brother's reputation. This is a fucking psycho woman. This lady's nuts.
That I knew, at least the Tim that I somewhat, like, you know, had some kind of relationship with, damn, this is a different Tim. I don't know. It's crazy. So anyways, so fast forward to, I tell Tim and Allison, you know what? Situation has changed. I have a way to go back to Illinois where my kids can be happy.
Where was this posted? That's a great question. That is a great question. This was posted directly to her own YouTube channel. This has 30,000 views. Tim loves Tim. Tim hears Tim. So yeah, this is directly from her. Like, what else does she have on her YouTube channel? Like, what else is going on here? When your toddler gets a hold of markers.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do.
When you hear that your kids are nice and have good manners outside your home.
Fake ass bitches.
Sad day for me. I'm taking down my Halloween decorations. And check this out. I'm taking down my fence, and my fence with the fake webbing. I see this guy hanging out. I don't know if you can see. So here's a Halloween hack you can do. Really cheap if you're on a budget, like me most of the time.
Why does she film herself so close?
Pumpkin Halloween buckets.
Like, I understand it's Halloween related, but You know, this is pretty scary from being this close up to you. You know? Scary, scary, scary.
Come back. Things worked out really well, and for my kids. And I know Tim said my kids were welcome in his house. It didn't really feel that way.
Oh, I love this too. It didn't feel that way. My kids felt uncomfortable in your house, Tim. Oh, this is such good family drama.
Things worked out really well, and for my kids. And I know Tim said my kids were welcome in his house. It didn't really feel that way.
Yes.
It was weird. Like here, for instance, there
oh,
was a time when
man, this is going to cause him such a fucking headache.
my 5-year-old daughter, she was playing on he has a little arcade thing with a joystick, and she was playing with the arcade joystick thing.
Oh, I love I hope this is going in the direction I think it's going in. Because I love you have all these fucking pedophile influencers that have, you know, they have all their kids' toys behind them, like the Funko Pops and, you know, all like the video games and all, you know, all that stuff. And it's so an actual child starts playing with one of the toys, and then Tim's like, stop it, get your daughter out of here. Your daughter's playing with my kids' toys. Get her out of here.
She was wrenching on it a little bit. So Tim said, hey, can you get her off of that? She's going to break it. And I said, oh, my God, absolutely, of course. You know. So I was like, hey. So I had my 5-year-old get off, and she really...
Wow, this is so funny.
Okay, I understand, you know. So
kids' toys for adults who won't let their kids touch their toys. Yeah, the quartering. Yeah, Vito, Tipster, all these fucking pedophiles with all their kids' toys behind them. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to lure in kids with the toys that they put behind them. Because, like, Mommy, look at all the things he has. We should go to his house.
Of it. But she had been there all day. So had my 2-year-old son. They were both really tired. They didn't take a nap. Because I didn't have daycare. I brought them to the house sometimes. And she started throwing a temper tantrum. And I couldn't really get a handle on it. I was trying. My daughter was laying flat on the rug, covering her face. She was scared because there was like a bunch of people. There was like 12 to 15 people or something, like standing around, and she was screaming and crying. And she, like I said, she was really tired. I mean, I don't know. And so,
yeah, I mean, yeah, a 2-year-old. You know who's been in fucking? You know who's been in the Castle? Do you know the types of fucking characters? Yeah, your kid is crying. Yeah, Milo is in the room. Milo Yiannopoulos. Yeah, the kid should be crying. It's in danger. That's not a place for kids. The Castle is not where you put kids. It's not where they belong. I mean, look at this. Watch this right here. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, we got Naomi's here. Hello, Naomi. You got me food? Got you food. Perfect. Hold on a second, guys. Let me oh, here it is.
I think.
Yeah, it's like that, yeah. Okay. You're gonna bring a 2 and a 5-year-old into a house with this guy right here. This is where you're bringing your 2 and your 5-year-old. Yeah, no wonder that kid feels uncomfortable. You know? Like look at the type of stuff this guy does. Vosh pedophile. What happens when you type in Vosh pedophile?
Posting that this is
quite a lot. Here, let's see the clip.
Should consuming child porn be legal? I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%.
Now this clip.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, let me bring my 2 and my 5-year-old into a house with this guy in it.
Legal and more ethically consistent. Yes.
Are there more? Oh, here's more clips. More clips of him talking about child pornography. Let's listen.
I love how wait, okay, hold on. I have to come off not salty, okay? I know everything that goes on. I have hundreds of thousands of people who follow me. Anytime anybody says anything about me, anytime any of you breathes, I am made aware of it. So when you come into chat 30 minutes after something happens.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so Lisa Poole, she is the manager of the house, so she has all these tasks. She has to put all the boxes away and everything. And so now she has a 2 and a 5-year-old, And you have Vosh in the side of the room like the dude from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Here, let's see. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Child Snatcher. So now you have fucking horse fucker Vosh dressed like this guy trying to get your kid into a cage so he could bring it back to Seattle or wherever fucking disgusting place he's from. This is what Vosh... So she has to put away all these boxes, deal with Tim yelling at everybody, and here's Vosh trying to kidnap her children. That's what he wants to do to her kids. I don't know what it is. This fucking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Child Snatcher shit has stuck in my head. I think about this scene maybe like once every 2 days. I think about this scene right here. But yes, that's the type of stressful stuff going on in that house.
I went to go over to her to comfort her and pick her up. I was going to take her to the other room and have a talk with her. Now, normally if this was my own house, I know they say ignore the temper tantrum because they're doing it to get attention. But in this case, it was like, I felt really embarrassed, okay? Because, like, my kid is screaming, you know? And all these people are like only one guy out of the whole bunch had kids, so he understood. But everyone else...
Oh, that's pretty bad, too. So Tim Pool is, the people look at him as, like, traditional values, Americanism, going back to normalcy. You know what I mean? And now she's saying that everybody that surrounds Tim Pool is childless. That's a really bad look. That's like some lib ass shit. If like all your friends, none of them have kids and they're all in like a polyamorous relationship. Yeah, sounds like you might be friends with Vosh. That doesn't sound like Tim Pool. Do your fucking 66-year-old like retired Air Force veteran stupid scumbag fans know that everybody around you is like childless?
And I'm sure they were understanding, but I don't know. It's hard to explain if you're not a parent. I don't know. So I went to go comfort her, and Tim yelled at me not to. And he's like, no.
Do not comfort your child.
Touch her, Lisa. Don't go over there. And I was like, Tim, I have to go talk. I have to go get her. No, don't. Don't touch her, Lisa. First off, it's not his kid. That's what was really heartbreaking.
Ooh.
And he said, I don't go do that. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because that's what Mom would do. Mom would tell you to ignore the...
Oh, my God. What a fucking asshole. So he's trying to play out like the most, like one of the top female insecurities, which is you're turning into your mother. Oh, my God. He uses you're turning into your mother on his sister. What a fucking asshole move. Wow. Tim is he's a bad guy.
And if you watch my TikTok about my DNA story, that's the reason why I'm not speaking about it. So I was like, what? I was like, yeah, because Mom...
Oh, wait. Let's find her DNA story. Let's find it. Can we find her DNA story? Confirmed Tim Pool hates his mom. Let's see. DNA. Can we... Oh, man. Can't find it.
A bang-up job. And he goes, I'm a fucking millionaire. He said that in front of all of his employees.
Oh, my God. No way. Oh, that's so good.
So I was like, what? I was like, yeah, because Mom did such a bang-up job. And he goes, I'm a fucking millionaire. He said that in front of all of his employees. It was disgusting. I couldn't get out of it.
Oh, my God.
So I packed up my stuff. I got a pod.
What a fucking asshole.
Came back to Illinois. So I'm back in Illinois. And I'm happy. I'm here. My kids are happy. I can take them to the playground. I'm not having to work these long, long hours all day. So I've got something really stuck on my plate here. Oh my goodness,
this is some juicy fucking shit.
So, I'm here in Illinois, and
yeah, it's like Bro,
You know,
if you're you can't be flexing on your family. It doesn't count if you're flexing on your family. If you're like going up to your sister talking about how much money you have, that's not something to like brag about. That's what you do to somebody who like never believed in you. Like the high school gym coach who said that you would fail and then you became a millionaire. That's who you rub in the face of, not your fucking sister, you freak.
Things are great. And I ended up meeting a woman on social media who used to work for him. We're going to call her Shmishmina. I can't use her real name. So Shmishmina and I, we become fast friends. And like I said in that TikTok, we bond over the abuse. Man, what he did to her was really awful. She got it really bad.
She's using the big boy words. She's using abuse. Abuse is a word that she's throwing around. This is pretty serious.
For being angry with Tim, which I'm confused because I guess she's not. I don't know, but what he did to her was really awful. She did not deserve what he did to her, but that's not my story to tell. So anyways, Shmina and I, we become best friends, and it was great. So, like I said, we bond over his abuse, but Tim never mentioned her to me at all. I never heard of this woman once. In fact, when I was at his house, I think I saw some mail of hers, and I was like, hey, who is this lady? And I was like, oh, she just used to work here. So when I met her here back in Illinois, I did talk to a few other co-workers.
Okay, so this is what's going on here. So Lisa went through all this, and she's decided to sort of keep her mouth shut. But then she met up with other people who are like quote unquote survivors of Tim's abuse, and it's like empowered her to come forward with her story. Wow, this is really crazy.
Still at the castle, and they were like, "Oh, Shmishmina's great. She's really cool."
I know Shmishmina.
Like, oh, okay, and Tim was friends with her on Facebook, so I thought, oh, his personal Facebook. So I'm like, okay, she's a friend, not a foe. Okay, so that's what I got. So I felt like, she must be safe. And when I left, Tim and I left on good terms, by the way. And now you see the hug in this episode. We did leave on good terms as far as I know. But I think secretly, they were really upset that I left. So, anyways, so her and I, we talk, and Tim ends up finding out that we were talking. And at the same time, he's getting swatted like crazy. I know he was paranoid. He was really scared because, look, man, he doesn't know who was swatting his house, and that is really scary. And I get it, but I didn't appreciate him calling me up when I'm in the car with my kids. I've got my girlfriend's son in the car, her 7-year-old, my 5 and 2-year-old, and my 13-year-old, and we're all on the way home from a long day. Now, if any of you have children or have been with a gang of kids all day at the zoo, it is exhausting. It's really exhausting.
Yeah, Tim would not know.
I was worn out. My legs were tired.
He's fucking childless. It's like, it's so funny. These guys want to, tell you like what type of man you're supposed to be, and then they don't even have kids. It's so embarrassing.
All my snacks were gone. My kids ate them all. We just couldn't wait to get back home, and so I still had to drop my...
Yeah, but I'm not... Oh, I don't want that right now. But the thing is, I'm not telling people, like, how to be, like, a man and, like, how to be a self-sufficient blah, blah, blah. Like, family, values, all that shit. I don't say any of that shit, so... Like, for somebody who doesn't have kids to kind of act like they got it all together, I could see how people could look at that a little bit sideways. Especially when you're criticizing your sister, who is a fucking single mother of 2. She has a 2 and a 5-year-old. That's stressful as shit. So I could definitely see that rubbing her the wrong way. You put it in the fridge. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Tim messages me and says, call me now. Tim does not talk to me. Nor has he ever, he doesn't just call me or text me. And this was like a while after I left his house, out of nowhere, out of the blue. So, I was like, what? And I texted him back. I was at a red light, and I said, I'm driving right now, and I have the kids in the car. I can't, I'm like, I can't. And so I can't talk to you. So he was like, well, the FBI or the cops are on the way to my house right now.
Oh my God, the FBI is coming to your house right now?
Fine. So I call him. I'm like, fine. What do you want, Tim? And he immediately, the first thing out of his mouth is, why are you talking to Shashmina? And I was like, what? And he started yelling at me, raising his voice, saying I was a fucking idiot in front of my children. I told him, by the way, that there were kids in the car.
Oh my God.
That seemed to
This is so bad. I mean, for Tim's like family type people, because if you guys read the Tim Pool comment section, it's a lot. And listen, I've been attacked by Tim Pool's fans on numerous occasions, which I love. I love on Twitter. I'll get attacked by different groups of people, and you can really kind of understand a lot about these groups. Tim Pool is in the same kind of camp as like Tom McDonald or like Steven Crowder, where it's like older people. A lot of them are ex-military, and they're like family people, family values. You know, they're really alienated from the media, so they're looking for something new. And, you know, they hate the left. They hate the left. They're trying to ruin America. They're trying to take away our family values. And now you have Tim Pool, who's treating his single mother of two like shit. This is optics poison. This is so bad. I think this has the potential to take off. Nobody cares about the Lydia Tim Pools. They don't actually care about that shit. That's not important to them at all. They're like, oh, that's dumb drama. You know, that's their own personal sex life, like whatever. And that's fine. If you don't have a problem with somebody having sex with their employee, an employee that they hired because that person slid into Tim's DMs, okay, you don't have a problem with that, whatever. You don't have a problem with him getting Kanye to walk, okay, fine. Now he's treating his sister, who's a single mother of two, like shit. This might rub some people a little bit differently. I have faith. I have faith in this story right here. I have faith in this. We need some more survivors coming out.
And that seemed to like go over.
God, can you imagine? Tim Pool's mom comes out with a video about how bad he is. Oh, God, that would be so fucking fun.
I said, hey, I got my friend here. I just got back from the zoo. What's up, you know? And he's like, why are you talking to Shashmina? And so, at first I was like, oh, God, I really don't want to deal with this, you know? So I told him, and I was like, actually, you're friends with her on Facebook. And he's like, well, yes, but... It was really ridiculous. So the whole time, he's screaming at me about talking to Shashmina. And it was just like, it was just ridiculous. Dude, I didn't know the whole time that my 13-year-old recorded it. I had no idea.
Yes!
So, that was funny.
Oh my God, release the tape! Release the tape! Oh my God. There's a 13-year-old who has a tape of Tim Pool screaming at his sister. Oh my God, that sounds so good.
Kids were being loud and I had to go put them back to bed. So yeah, he never told me.
Oh my God, release the please, everybody, right now, go to her comment section and say release the tape. Here, I'm gonna give this to you guys. Hold on, we need. Oh my God, that's me. All right, here's her video. And tell her to release the tape. Yes.
It's this Shashmina lady. So, after he was screaming at me, I didn't send her the video.
Nothing mean to her. Nothing mean. We just want her. We want Lisa to come on my show. We would love to have Lisa on the show. So please be very polite, be very nice. But we need her to release this tape. Oh my God, we need her to release this tape.
Because I had a copy of this video where Tim is so screaming in such an abusive manner. He was accusing her of being the swatter.
Abusive.
Me being the swatter.
Tim thinks his sister is going to swat him? Do you know how fucking insane and paranoid you have to be to think that your own flesh and blood sister is going to swat you? That is so crazy.
Sent her a link unlisted, not a copy of it. So, you know, and her and I were listening it together. Like, I re-listened to it, but with her. And I had her on the phone with me. And, you know, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe he's yelling at you that way. And I'm like, I know, right? This is like insane. Little did I know, she recorded the video. And a friend of mine that was out.
I love the scorned sibling plot line. That is so good. It's such a great plot line.
With her, told me, she said, by the way, you're going to have to stop talking to Christina. She's recording all of her phone calls.
What other good scorned sibling plot lines have there been through the years? Who are competitive brothers? I guess you have like Eli and Peyton Manning. Are they friends? Do they hate each other? Who else do we have?
No idea. Mind blown. I had no idea. If Tim would have just told me who this woman was, I had no clue. He was friends with her on Facebook. Everybody in the house vouched for her. I felt really like duped, you know? And hey, that's on me. That was a big mistake on my part. I had no idea. And Tim was screaming at me on the phone, just, you know, why are you talking to Shashmina? And I'm like, I didn't know. Why are you friends with her on Facebook? And everybody vouched for her. Nobody told me who she was when I worked there for months. It was insane. So I had to block her, and I had to stop talking to her.
KSI Deji, yep.
So, yeah, and I can't release that video. I know you guys want to see it and hear it and all.
Oh,
that stuff.
come
My kids are in
on.
the car. My friend's kid is in the car. They're talking in the video. There's children in it, so I can't.
Oh, come on. It's for...
I can't show that video.
Why? Just fucking send... Well, how about you just send it to me, and I'll release like a blurred... I'll blur the audio. It'll be fine. We'll just blur the audio, and it's all good. Come on. Please. You gotta sacrifice your kids and your friends' kids' well-being for the tape. Please. Please. You have to release the tape.
It's too weird.
Like, please, like a redacted version. Something. I mean, we got to be able to convince her to get something out there.
There's children in it, so you guys have to keep in mind. That is why I cannot release it. But that all did happen. It was just insane. So yeah. After she recorded it, I was like, I say in the video, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like shaking, you know, because the way he spoke to me, it's like he was interrogating me like he was a cop.
Wow.
And then 12 hours later...
That's like exactly... Oh, my God. That's so funny because that's how Kanye felt, too. Kanye felt like Tim was interrogating him like a cop.
In the video, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm like shaking, you know, because the way he spoke to me, it's like he was interrogating me like he was a cop. It was like crazy. And then 12 hours later, from that phone call, he accused me of being the swatter. He told me that she was the swatter... Which wasn't true because I have a friend of mine, we had a mutual friend that lived in LA and had just gone hiking with her. And Tim claimed that this Shashmina was in Maryland swatting him. And
oh my God.
And then 12 hours later, he accused me of being the swatter, his own sister. I'm like, really, man? Come on.
That's so crazy.
After that, I'm like, man, Tim continued to blow up my phone like 10 times in a row. And then, I talked to Chris, and I told Chris that, you know, it was recorded by his niece, my daughter, you know. And Chris, I guess, told Tim, and Tim blew my phone up again 12 times. I was on my way home from the park with my kids, and Tim blew my phone up, like, really scary. And then he blew my phone up again from another phone number. Like, he has, like, a bunch
Oh,
of
my
phones.
God. So he's like... My sister won't pick up my phone. Wow, that's like crazy angry. When you're calling somebody over and over again on your own phone and they won't pick up, so you borrow your friend's phone to keep spamming phone calls because maybe she'll pick up because it's a different phone number. That's really crazy.
And instead of... So I know he really...
He's like damn, Tim Pool's kind of like a fucking... He's like a kind of like a David Miscavige. Like I'm very much getting Scientology guy where like behind the scenes he's this like really angry guy and in front of the scenes very proselytizing. He even speaks in a very proselytizing kind of way. So isn't that funny? I think Tim Pool in a different time period would be this like over the top preacher type person. But instead we have YouTube and SEO. So he became a YouTuber. But I think in a different world, he would be kind of like a who am I thinking of here? Who's the guy with the big mega church in Houston where they didn't let the people in it? Do you know who I'm talking about, Naomi? Who's the guy with the mega church, like the pastor? Joel Osteen. Yeah, I could see Tim Pool being like a Joel Osteen. Yeah. Where it's like you're proselytizing them behind the scenes. You're like fucking screaming at everybody.
Talk to me. But I didn't want to, and Chris called me, and Chris was like, talk to Tim, he wants to talk to you. And I was like, no, not after the way he spoke to me. No, not at all. I am not going through that shit again.
No.
Really-
Tim Pool's videos, they aren't 80% him raging. It's 80% him giving like a Shakespearean speech. My brothers, it has come time to realize that we are living in a civil war. Now, that is not exactly what is going on, but I think it's important as me, Tim Pool, to scare the living shit out of you for money. Because I'm Tim Pool, and I'm such a good fucking guy, even though I scream at my sister, and I've no kids, and every friend that I've ever had has turned on me and is trying to destroy me. But I'm Tim Pool, and I have money, and I'm gonna rub it in my sister's face. So I'm such a fucking... This is like... This could make him crumble. If this hits enough people's eyeballs, I think this is going to cause him financial harm. I'm hoping so. Tim needs to be fucking taken down a notch. How can he be like the number one guy and be as shitty as he is for so long? That really goes to show you how bad everybody else is. If like Tim Pool can become the number one guy, the world is awful, man. You know, if the cream rises to the top, then we don't got a lot of cream.
Descending, and it was scary, and I just can't talk to him. He doesn't know how to talk to people. And
he doesn't know how to talk to people. That is so true.
So, next thing I know, Tim sends me a text message saying...
The only way Tim knows how to talk now is, like, rhetorical tricks. You know, imagine, like, using, like, one of your rhetorical tricks on your sister and on your mom. You know, you're, like, using optics while having a personal conversation with your family.
We are filing federal charges against you. No, hey, Lise, it's Tim. Please talk to me. I'm really sorry. No, it was that. So, yeah. And look, I know...
See, at least, like, okay, this is why it does not seem like Tim Pool and Joe Rogan are buddies. Because I feel like this has been a little bit of a... I've had to give it up for Joe the last couple days because Joe Rogan was the only guy who called Liver King out as a scammer. And right here, we're seeing another one of Joe Rogan's actual, like, good qualities, which is that he is extremely generous. I mean, Joe Rogan might be the most generous celebrity in the world. The people that are in Joe Rogan's orbit, I mean, they are treated like fucking kings and queens. Joey Diaz, fucking Brian Redband, he's buying these people fucking houses. He's supporting men for no reason other than he likes them and he's friends with them. So Tim Pool is the polar opposite of this. He won't even give his sister $3,000. You know, it's like maybe this guy should be spending more time with Tim or with Joe. Sorry. Maybe some of those like good qualities of Joe would start rubbing off on this guy.
Never going to have a relationship with my brother again or my mother or for Chris, you know, or with Chris. I don't know. And it really sucks. But you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly right. Cowbell's exactly right. Hans Kim wears 2 watches. You think Hans Kim can afford 2 watches? Naomi, was fucking Hans Kim, was he wearing watches when we knew him?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fucking think so. Exactly.
If I'm being honest.
Now, Hans Kim opens for Joe Rogan now. and Joe Rogan just like buys him watches. It's crazy. And it's like, that's just like who Joe naturally is. He just likes buying people stuff. I think part of it is like a control thing for Joe, where people feel like beholden to him. Yeah, it's like he's kind of like buying people, where he buys all these people all this nice shit, and therefore like he knows he can rely on people not to say mean things about him. This is kind of an easy way to solve that problem. But Tim Pool's taking the opposite route, where he's got a closed pocketbook. Unless you're going to fucking help feed his chickens, you're not taking any of his money. It's either you get in the coop, you start scooping the chicken poop, and then, you know, he'll be nice to you. But otherwise, you're his sister. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Well, how can his sister do that to him by making a video? And
if Tim Pool was in a Sophie's Choice scenario with both kids, you know, you have both kids, you can only save one of them, Tim would make sure to kill both of them. He doesn't give a fuck about his little fucking nieces and nephews. All he cares about is rhetoric and ad dollars.
That's why. You know what? I am much happier that they're not in my life. And it's really funny because I have a turkey platter my mom gave to me. I guess it had been in the family, I think, quite a few years, and it cracked this year. It cracked on my dining table during Thanksgiving. And boy, if that's not symbolic, I don't know what. That turkey platter being cracked, it was crazy because it's like it broke and my family's broken. And I don't think this
Wow. Oh my God. That's kind of spooky right there. Let's listen to this part again.
It cracked on my dining table during Thanksgiving. And boy, if that's not symbolic, I don't know what. That turkey platter being cracked.
Let me scroll back a little bit more.
That's why. You know what? I am much happier that they're not in my life. And it's really funny because I have a turkey platter.
It's like, you know, I got 3 brothers, man. I can't imagine in a million years fucking any of them getting on camera, Graham, Colin, or Aiden. I can't imagine any of them getting on camera and making a YouTube video about how they're happy about never seeing me again. Holy fucking shit, man. This is such a bad guy.
Gave to me. I guess it had been in the family, I think, quite a few years, and it cracked this year. It cracked on my dining table during Thanksgiving. And boy, if that's not symbolic, I don't know what.
The family
that
has
turkey
broken.
Platter being cracked. It was crazy because it's like it broke, and my family's broken.
Oh.
And I don't think this family can ever get repaired.
Oh no.
Tim, I want the Tim back. And hey, if Tim's watching this, Tim, I want the Tim back. That
you know, the best part of this is she probably has no idea about the whole fucking like the cheating scandal and everything. So she doesn't even understand. This is a fucking 1, 2, 3 punch. So Tim is shaking in his boots after
you
this.
went to breakfast. You were teaching my daughter a magic trick. You were funny. You were just a better person. Go on vacation. Go. You have the money. Just go. Go on vacation and take a break from all of that political crap. Because I think you need it, buddy. It really, really sucks. It's really sad. I don't want his money. I'm perfectly happy here in the burbs of Chicago. Think about it. I'm the only one that didn't take his money. My brother Chris stayed there. He's making quite a bit. Bought my mom a house. So, there's that. And then there's me. And,
I couldn't even get him or Chris to call and say happy birthday to my 5-year-old. I couldn't even get Chris or Tim. Oh my God, so it's even worse. Where Tim is now influencing his other brother Chris to not deal with his sister anymore. Oh my God. This is so toxic. How the fuck is his like American Values fans gonna respond to this?
So now you guys know the story. That's what it is. And thanks for keeping me company while I did my dishes. See you guys later.
Alrighty. Oh my God. What an amazing video right there.
I'm re-uploading this video.
Okay. here's what I'm going to do. I got to go to the bathroom really quick. We actually have a lot more stuff. That was the first thing. We got more stuff. We have quite a bit more stuff. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play some music. And we're going to be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom really quick. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good song. There we go. Oh. I was like an ask. Go back to... No. Come on! Let me pick the song that I pick. There we go. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys.
Shyness is nice and shyness.
Oh, actually, you know what? That one might actually get me flagged. Hold on. We've already gone down once today. No, that'll definitely make me... There we go. That's a little bit nicer. Coming back soon, everybody. Gotta make this thumbnail real quick. Alright, this is speed thumbnailing. Okay, everybody, we're back. What is going on? How are we all doing? We're back. That was all the Tim Pool stuff. There's been so much Tim Pool stuff, and it's kind of pushed a lot of this other stuff I've wanted to talk about to the side. Give me half a second here. I'm just gonna try to make a thumbnail really quick here because we're switching the show up. We're no longer talking about Tim Pool. It sucks because I spent all this time making a thumbnail and I accidentally deleted it, and then I played a certain song and then the live stream goes down, and then I just had to like scramble and find some like random fucking thing. So that was kind of a bummer. Let's see here. Man, I've been really fucking hating Willy Mac. Willy Mac is not good. I don't know why people are confused into thinking Willy Mac is good. Have you guys seen Willy Mac shows, little like documentaries about Keffels? It's like, bro, you are literally just copying other people's work and compiling it and like editing it together. You're not adding anything to the fucking story. You're a parasite. You're a fucking loser. You're not adding shit. And oh my God, that to me was like strike 1 and 2 were his fucking horrible Keffels documentaries. But he has taken it a step further where he has gone so far out of his way to defend the Enchanted Titles scam that it is so embarrassing. Let me, so I get that right there. And then I export. Let's do this. This is a live thumbnailing right now. You know, most people, they just watch YouTube and they don't even think about the process. But you guys, you get a look on the inside. You get to see how things are done around here. Where's it? Shill. That's what yes, I type in shill, and then I get a picture of Willy Mac's face that pops up on my computer. That is how it should be. I want it where anytime somebody types shill into their computer, Willy Mac show pops up. That's what I want to see. Okay, let's see. Now I go back to video details and I replace the thumbnail. Let's see, shill. And there it is. Okay, we're back. We're up and running. We got it done. Bless you. That was a cough? Oh, shit. I got it wrong. Okay. Let's see. So I think first and foremost, this is kind of a multi-part story right here. So I say we just start from the beginning. I will show you where this all kind of went down. Enchanted Titles. This guy, what is his name? His name is fucking Scott Schaefer. He made this whole video about Enchanted Titles. So I'm going to pull this onto the screen right here. And I'm going to switch to that. Oh, and then I take this down. The Trafficking African with a very funny little saying right there. I love that. Heavy is the head that wears the beanie. That was my favorite. I love that. That goes away now. Hilarious comment. But this guy, he makes a whole takedown video. So if you don't know what Enchanted Titles is, basically it's a company that said it's Enchanted Titles. So is it established or is it Enchanted? I can't. I think it is established. You're right. It is established. No, Naomi's right. She's fact checking me over here. But yeah, the company, what they say is that they will sell you 1 square foot of land in Scotland. So because they sell you 1 square foot of land, technically by Scottish law, that means that you are now Lord, and you could go by the title Lord. And as it turns out, this company is completely fraudulent, where they don't even sell you land. They just take the money and they recognize you with a metaphorical plot number. And also, my favorite part of this story, it's a charity where the money goes to planting trees in the Scottish wilderness, right? But apparently they outsource the tree growing. So what they do, the money goes to growing trees wherever the fuck. So it'll just be like, they're just like growing trees in China. You know, it's like, and it's just like, it's not at all what the company has marketed it to be. What the company has said is you will legally be entitled to the title Lord, and your money is directly going to reforesting Scotland. And actually, none of those things are true. And oh my God, we're going to see some. So this guy basically exposed everything. So let's look at him.
Company uncovered a web of shell companies devised to hide who actually operates this scam. And what I will show you in this video will truly shock you. So with that being said, let's break this scam apart piece by piece. The first issue is the most fundamental, and that is the fact that when you buy one of their 1 square foot plots of land in Scotland, you aren't actually buying any land at all. What they are essentially selling...
And that right there, it's like, dude, if the money isn't actually going to buying real land, the whole thing is a scam. Because the way they advertise it is they tell people, if you pay $150, you purchase Scottish land and can legally be given a title.
The first issue is the most fundamental, and that is the fact that when you buy one of their 1 square foot plots of land in Scotland, you aren't actually buying any land at all. What they are essentially selling you is a gag gift known as a souvenir plot. Under the Scotland Law and Registration Act of 2012, it's not allowed for these small plots of land to be legally sold. The law states, Land Registration Scotland Act of 2012, Section 22.
Look at this. They have all these. They have the Land Registration of Scotland Act. So up until 2012, that was the Wild West of titles. You could get all sorts of fucked up titles for $50 in Scotland. You could buy the tiniest little rock and you could be the Lord. So it seems to me like this is a long time scam. I feel like I've heard of people that I remember hearing about this. Even like as a kid, I feel like I remember hearing somebody be like, did you know that if you buy one thing of land in Scotland that you're legally a I feel like that's something I've like heard my whole life. And apparently they've put a stop to it. So 2012, they put the fucking kibosh on that shit.
Section 1B, souvenir plot means a plot of land which is of inconsiderable size and of no practice utility and is neither a registered plot nor...
Okay, so that's it. So that right there, they're telling you that legally you are not a landowner. So legally you are not a lord. So let's move forward here. What else? What other parts of this business are a scam? What else is he saying?
The only thing Established Titles does is donate money to an actual tree planting company called One Tree Planted. On top of that, they have never provided any evidence that they are actually donating money to back up their claims. So basically,
and this is going to be the part that we're going to see all the YouTubers are fucking circling their wagons on this fucking little pedantic bullshit point where, oh, we don't actually know, there's no evidence that they actually gave the money. Okay, so it's been backed up. So yes, money did go to charities, but that doesn't mean that the money is being used for like this is a different thing. You know, if you thought that the money is going to reforest Scotland, that's just fundamentally different than what this is. This is a totally different thing.
They have never provided any evidence that they are actually donating money to back up their claims. So basically, you have to take the company's word that they are really donating money to plant trees. On top of that, if you really wanted to plant trees, you could save yourself some money by not buying a scam plot of land and just give your money directly to One Tree Planted. Finally, the land that they own is already part of a protected land plot away from any major cities, so by giving them money, you are not actually helping the environment in any way, you are just lining the pockets of these scammers.
Okay, so this guy, he's exposing every little aspect of the story here. So I guess this is the, this is what their website looks like. Enchanted Titles.
A lot of these scam companies do. A timer
Let's
that
look at this.
Basically never runs out. You can come back later, it restarts. But if you go down to the bottom of the page, you go to the About Us section of Established Titles, and you'll see that it has this picture of this lady, and basically it says that this lady, Katarina Yip, created Established Titles after visiting the Scotland countryside.
I mean, this is absurd. This is crazy. So you have this Asian woman dressed as a Scottish. What is happening to our world? What is this?
She wanted
the fucking fabric of shit is falling apart.
Her company, great. That's all fantastic. So we can actually look this lady up. I found her on LinkedIn. This is her page.
This is an op. What is this?
And if you go to her LinkedIn page, you can see that she's based out of Hong Kong, which is very interesting.
She fucking lives in Hong Kong. This is crazy.
Not in Scotland or anywhere near it, but you can see that she's actually involved. She's currently employed by 3 different companies. The first is called Failed Ventures, where she is the co-founder and president, and she's also
Okay, so this is fucking weird.
Japan.
Every aspect of this is weird.
company. Now the next company is Galton Voicier. This is their
Okay, so now they're just going through all that shit. Most replayed. We'll watch the most
This website
replayed.
has been sued before. There's a bunch of scammy stuff going on here. And one thing that's really interesting is if you actually go back to failed ventures and you look at a lot of these failed products, they were actually selling on Deal Dash. This was part of the lawsuit that Deal Dash was.
Okay, so it's a whole fucking thing. It's a scam. But, you know, the thing is, a lot of fucking YouTubers fell for this scam. So now you have a lot of these guys that are like really trying to convince each other that, you know, what they did was actually like totally okay. And we're going to go through Willy Mac. I mean, Willy Mac, I think this video made me want to fucking punch holes in the wall. I hate Willy Mac. I fucking hate Willy Mac. This guy fucking sucks. He reminds me of the people that I hated the most in stand-up. These fucking social climber scumbags that are bringing nothing to the table other than understanding the system and the rules in the system that they're playing in. So Willy understands that, oh, if I compile a bunch of other people's work, then technically that's fair use enough where I can make ad money off it. But at the end of the day, this guy doesn't fucking do jack shit. He doesn't do jack shit. He doesn't add anything new to the stories. He's not doing any real research. All he's doing is waiting for Reddit to come up with an opinion, and then he makes a video that Reddit would be most likely to like. Makes me want to fucking... Oh, God, it makes me nauseous.
The alert is over. Scarce is hidden away in his Playboy mansion. It is up to me to carry the torch. We got the established title sponsorship being labeled a scam. A Keffel's lawsuit up to...
And right there, it's like being labeled a scam? Like, excuse me? Oh my God, getting labeled a scam, huh?
Carry the torch. We got the established title sponsorship being labeled a scam. A Keffel's lawsuit update. She's suing Kiwi Farms for copyright and much, much more. That's a lot of money being put in poor places. That's why it's important to buy something tangible, like drift. You got a nasty car and...
Oh, good, nice. Now, okay, so now we get to... This is so good. I love how him doing an ad read is in like the thesis statement of this video he makes, where his thesis statement directly kind of ties in with him doing a fucking ad read. So it's like, oh, if you didn't understand that I'm about to defend shilling, well, why don't you watch what it looks like to see when I start shillings for some fucking bullshit product that doesn't improve the lives of anybody that uses it.
Smell? McDonald's fries soaking into the carpet underneath your seat? We're adults now. That means it's time to clean up our act. Drift is the solution to a better scent for at home or in your car. And they're free from the harsh chemicals found in more traditional air fresheners. Now I ended up getting the wood block. It's an air freshener that's still stylish and cool. It's stained really nicely. You just clip it onto the visor for your mirror and you got something that looks and smells great. If that's not...
Honestly, if you're doing ad reads, you're a scumbag. You're the worst person in the fucking world. I mean, I think if you're doing ad reads, something's gone really wrong in your life. So you can be purchased. You can be your word. So you're gonna tell it like it is, but your words can be bought and sold. Yeah, you just do whatever this soap company tells you to do. You fucking loser. Fucking weak. Can't even come up with your own shit. You have to take the easy way out. You have to take these little fucking ads. Build your own shit. Sell your own fucking soap, asshole. This shit could have fucking poison in it. You'd have no idea because you didn't look into it at all. These YouTubers, I swear to God, man, these are the scum of the fucking earth. I hate these fucking YouTubers, man. Willy Mac, to me, represents a lot of what I don't like about YouTubers. And, oh, man, this video, I was walking around my neighborhood. I was so mad watching this.
They got a stone and metal variety as well as candles and reeds for your home. I ended up signing up for the scent of the month, which was baked. It smells like Christmas cookies. Perfect for the holidays. But if that's not your vibe, they still have the classics available like coffee or pine. And if you sign up for the subscription, they send you new scents every 30 days for just $8 a month. And it's all made right here in the good old US of A. It's the perfect stocking stuffer for family and friends. Use code WillyMac55 to get 55% off your first order.
Fact check if that shit is made in USA. I bet it's not. I bet that shit is not made in the USA. I bet that's something he's just... Somebody told him that, so he's just telling people.
Looks good, smells good, and would be a great gift. Get Drift. Thank you, Drift, for sponsoring this video. Now on to the news. Now let's just start with the big one. We got Established Titles, which is a famous sponsorship going around. People are calling it a scam. Your favorite YouTuber robbed you. Muda, Jeremy. The guy who made the video has like a hit list of creators. A video by YouTuber Scott Schaefer has been blowing up where he calls out YouTubers like Mudahar for promoting the brand. I'll let him explain.
Despite glowing reviews from some of YouTube's largest and most trusted creators, this company is a complete scam.
So what is the scam? Established Titles sells you a plot of land in a forest preserve meant to help preserve the woodland in Scotland and plant trees around the world. In return, you get a certificate following an ancient Scottish custom.
No. Oh my God, Willie, no.
From some of YouTube's largest and most trusted creators, this company is a complete scam.
So what is the scam? Established Titles sells you a plot of land in a forest preserve meant to help preserve the woodland in Scotland and plant trees.
Okay, so listen to that. So it is a company that sells you a plot of land
around the world
and helps you preserve woodlands in Scotland.
In return, you get a certificate following an
and around the world? No, not around the world. I paid the money to have the Scottish woodlands replanted, not for fucking trees in Hong Kong to be built. That's not the same thing.
Scottish custom of landowners being referred to as lords. His criteria for this being a scam is that you aren't legally considered a lord, they don't plant the trees themselves, and you don't technically own the land.
The first issue is the most fundamental, and that is the fact that when you buy one of their 1 square foot plots of land in Scotland, you aren't actually buying any land at all. What they are essentially selling you is a gag gift known as a souvenir plot.
It's a numbered plot of land in a protected woodland in Scotland, so unless you want to go build a house over there, I don't know why this
Oh my God, I want to fucking, oh my God, I want to box this guy. Seriously, I want to beat the living shit out of this guy in the ring. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you.
They're essentially selling you is a gag gift known as a souvenir plot.
It's a numbered plot of land in a protected woodland.
It's a numbered plot of land in a woodland. So what are you even complaining about? What, I can't scam? Scumbag ass fuck. Fuck you.
Scotland. So unless you want to go build a house over there, I don't know why this
So unless you want to build a house. Oh my God, this boils my fucking blood, man. I hate this guy.
The entire point is that you're buying land in a forest preserve to protect the environment. You can
listen to his, oh my God, it's so fucking annoying. I hate this guy so fucking much. Listen to what he said, what the whole point is. Listen to what he says the whole point is.
In a protected woodland in Scotland. So unless you want to go build a house over there, I don't know why this would bother you. The entire point is that you're buying land in a forest preserve to protect the environment.
The point is to buy land in a forest preserve to protect the environment. Oh, that's the point of, what is it called? Enchanted Titles? What is it called? Fucking, what is it called? Something titles. I don't know what the Enchanted Titles. The whole point is titles. It has titles in the name. It's not about trees. It's not enchanted trees. What is it again, Naomi? What is the name? Enchanted Titles? Established titles. Yeah, it's not established trees. It's established titles.
Literally look up the plot number to your land if you want. So it is real.
So you could go to their website to look up the fake ass fucking plot number that doesn't correspond with any fucking land that you bought. Oh, so therefore it's not a scam, right, Willie? Fucking scumbag ass fuck. Victim blaming ass motherfucker.
Another big selling point they
fucking
have.
Duke Lacrosse team ass fuck.
Buy a piece of land in Scotland, the custom is that you now become a lord or lady and can add that official title to your name. Sadly, this couldn't be any farther from the truth.
He then pulls up Scottish law saying how souvenir plots of land...
Listen to how he's talking! He then pulls up Scottish law. Yeah, how about you say it like this? He pulled up Scottish law to find out that it's a scam. How about you say it like that, you scumbag fuck? Naomi, I'm gonna yell for a little bit, so you just gotta be prepared, okay? She's got her headphones in, which will protect her, but I'm feeling fucking pissed. Fuck this guy, man. I'm so fucking heated right now.
Sadly, this couldn't be any farther from the truth.
He then pulls up Scottish law saying how souvenirs...
Yeah, he pulls up Scottish law. Oh.
...of land do not legally make you a lord or lady that is recognized by the government of Scotland. Like, bruh, you didn't have to look all this shit up. They're very transparent about it.
What? They're very transparent about... I mean, dude. This guy is literally compromised. This guy is full-blown compromised. No, they didn't make it obvious. They told me I pay $150, I'm a lord. That's what they told me. Oh my God.
Website. What are souvenir plots? The plots of land themselves are recognized and referred to as souvenir plots in Scotland. The souvenir plots are typically too small to be registered.
Yeah, how the fuck? Okay, if I'm not like I'm not an I'm not an expert on Scottish real estate. I don't know what souvenir plot means, because to me, I look at souvenir plot. A plot is a definitive piece of land. So a souvenir plot, 1 square foot of land. This is fundamentally not what it is. Because, again, you don't get a plot. You're not given land. You don't actually own the land. So you don't even have a fucking souvenir plot. All you have is a reference number on the established titles website that tells you that you theoretically own land in Scotland, but you don't actually own the land, and you don't actually have the title, which is the whole point of the business. It's called fucking title. It has title in the name. So to say like, oh, the whole point is reforestization. Suck my fucking dick, asshole. This channel is viewer advocacy. It's consumer advocacy. And this guy is really trying to manipulate his fucking dumbass fucking scumbag fans into wasting their money on something that doesn't exist. This is the same guy. Oh, he's going to make a big stink because Logan Paul made an NFT. Suck my fucking dick.
Scottish Land Registry directly. We maintain our own private records and take our arrangements with our lords and ladies very seriously. So of course the government isn't going to recognize you. Like no shit, it's based off an old...
Like no shit, even though they said that's what's gonna happen. Of course they didn't. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Custom folklore, which is funny because Scott does recognize that.
If you buy a piece of land in Scotland, the custom is that you now become a lord or lady and can add that official title to your name. Now, this old wives' tale has been around for a long time.
Yes, that's the product, Scott.
I'm having a tough time with this. I'm not even gonna lie. So he's gonna zoom in on this guy who was nice enough to tell you that you're getting scammed. So this guy, this nice fucking guy who puts his reputation on the line to let you know that your favorite fucking YouTuber has been scamming you. So this guy's he's going to have the balls to fucking talk down to him? This Willy Mac scumbag?
Official title to your name. Now, this old wives'
Who the fuck do you think you are, CoffeeZilla, asshole?
It's been around for a long time.
Yes, that's the product, Scott, and that's what everyone's been saying. Like, even in the examples,
And that's what everybody's been saying? Who's been saying what? Your group chat with Nicholas Diorio where you guys suck each other's fucking dicks?
Nobody says it legally makes you a lord. They all say it's based off the old Scottish custom.
A project based on the historic...
Dude, no, they say that you buy the land and you get the title. That's how this was marketed. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Custom
based on a historic Scottish custom.
It's based on a historic Scottish custom.
So you're saying the Scottish government...
You're using the word custom? You don't think some customs are laws? Like, what are you even saying? Oh, it's a custom, so it's fake. I don't know a lot of fake customs. When I hear a custom, that sounds pretty official. If something's enough where it's a custom, that sounds official as fuck. That sounds like there's a history of and lineage, not scam, NFT, fake fucking, nonprofit. Like, what? Why are you burning your reputation to the ground over something so little? It's because you can't accept the fact that you and all your friends fucked up. Just admit you fucked up. Why can't you do that? Why? Why can't you do that? Return the money. Fuck you. Fuck you. You would think this guy, oh my God, for all the bullshit fucking ads this guy does, he'd have a little bit of a better set. God, I hate this.
Guys, me as royalty? What a scam. The only way this could be considered a scam is if you're completely unaware of the business model, which has existed for ages. It's the same idea of paying to get a star named after you.
Yeah, that's okay, so you're going to bring up another scam. You're going to bring up another scam to fucking... Wait, hold on a second. Wait, so what... Okay, so let's say I want to buy a star. Let's see what happens when I try to buy a star. That's actually a great question, Willy Mac. What happens? Where does the money go? Buy a star. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is like another. So you're just bringing up another accepted scam as a reason why the scam that I'm doing is okay, because there's other scams that are similar. Do you think I was born yesterday? Like, what the fuck? This is so... Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Whoo!
Recognize it, the website does. Or when you sign up to be a minister online, the Pope doesn't recognize you, the website.
Wait, when you sign up to be a minister? Wait, is he really bringing up being an ordained minister as an example of this? Wait, if you pay to become an ordained minister, then you're legally recognized to marry people. You pay the money, you are allowed to officiate a wedding. That's cause and effect. That's not a scam. That's categorically not a scam. So you're going to compare that to this? Listen, dude, and the thing is, this Willy Mac guy, he's trying to slip all this shit in. So this is called gish galloping. So he's throwing a bunch of examples in so fast that you don't have time to like really unwind how fucking stupid each individual example that he brought up was. But look at it. Look at how fucking dumb this asshole is.
Someone sent me their creator brief, and established titles makes very clear to the creator. It does not grant you the right to rule or make you a member of any royal family. Our certificate does not grant you peerage of the United Kingdom. If a YouTuber got this wrong, that's on them for not reading the instructions.
Oh my God, this guy is such a scumbag.
Grant you the right to rule or make you a member of any royal family.
Oh yeah, so you hid in the fine print that this is actually all fake. So that makes it better. If I wrote really, really tiny at the bottom of the website that it actually, all of it is totally fake and none of it is real and none of this is actually legitimate. Oh, that means the scam is totally cool. Awesome, man. So even though they're physically advertising a different reality, but if you put in the fine print, you're good to go. So it's totally not misleading or a scam at all. Nice.
Certificate does not grant you peerage of the United Kingdom. If a YouTuber got this wrong, that's on them for not reading the instructions. The certificate doesn't do anything.
Is that on the customer for being intentionally misled by greedy advertisers and shills such as yourself?
It's meant to be a novelty gift that gives you an excuse to put Lord or Lady as your prefix for when you buy a plane ticket or when you sign up for a credit card, and in return they plant a tree. They don't say anywhere to put this on your passport. His other gripe with the company is that they don't plant the trees themselves.
Now, Established Titles does not plant any trees, despite what their YouTube sponsors tell you. The only thing Established Titles does is donate money to an actual tree planting company called One Tree Planted.
This video is so nitpicky. Yes, they partner up with a charity.
How is that nitpicky? Okay, oh my God. Like, okay, let's say I have a Scottish grandmother. Let's say you can't answer that right now, Naomi. Yeah, sorry. Naomi's just like picking up the phone over here. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, turn get out. Get out. Yeah, get out, Naomi. You can't take over my space. You're so selfish. You're so selfish, Naomi. This is our path out of here, Naomi. Can't interrupt that shit. Okay, let's say I have like a Scottish grandmother and I don't know what to get her for her birthday, but she loves Scotland. She loves the countryside. And I thought it would be so nice. I know that I can make it where she's a lady. She's the lady of the land in Scotland. And also, when she was but a wee lass, she was but a wee lass, and she would go on hikes in the Scottish forest. She wants to know that she has spent money to protect these beautiful lands that she remembers when she was a child. She didn't want that going to the fucking forest in Bangladesh. I'm sorry, but it's just not, it's not true. CJ's going Tim Pool on Naomi right now. Naomi, do you feel attacked? She feels very attacked right now, but she feels very heard by you, Bex. So There you go.
Plants the trees for them. They tell all of their creators that in the brief, and they planted more than 2 million trees. How is he making this sound like a bad thing?
On top of that, they have never provided.
Wow, I love that. Look at what Shadow Humor is saying. I cussed out Willy about a month ago in voice chat, and at the end, he wanted to be my friend. Coward.
Evidence that they are actually donating money
He's
to back
weak.
up their claims. So basically, you have to take the company's word that they are really donating money to plant trees.
Well, did you call and ask the charity? Because you're accusing them of fraud and you have no receipts to back it up. This is a baseless accusation from
Oh my
Scott.
God, dude. Willy Mac, are you fucking for real, man? Just say that you were wrong. Is it really that hard to say you were wrong?
Company's word that they are really donating money to plant trees.
Well, did you call and ask the charity? Because you're accusing them of fraud and you have no receipts to back it up. This is a baseless accusation from Scott. Since the charity has come forward and shown proof that established titles...
It's not a baseless I mean...
Indeed donating...
Okay, oh, they gave a bunch of trees. They planted 200 million trees in Africa. Okay. That's not the same.
So Scott just made this up. So I'm confused. Where's the lie?
Scott's such a bad guy.
It's a scam, but they do exactly what they say they do. His final piece of evidence...
Dude, this guy is a fucking used car salesman. Look at this fucking used car salesman.
Donating the money. So Scott just made this up. So I'm confused.
You sell hunks of junk. You have no business being a YouTuber. Sell fucking 2003 Toyota Camrys, asshole. Fucking used car salesman ass, fucking pawn shop ass fuck. Make some more cold calls, pussy. Get the fuck off YouTube. Fucking scam artist fuck.
Keeps calling it a scam, but they do exactly what they say they do. His final piece of evidence is that the owner is based out of Hong Kong.
You'll see that it has this picture of this lady, and basically it says that this lady, Katarina Yip, created established titles after visiting the Scotland countryside. She fell in love. She wanted to start her company. Great. So we can actually look this lady up. I found her on LinkedIn. This is her page right here. And if you go to her LinkedIn page, you can see that she's based out of Hong Kong, which is very interesting. Not in Scotland or anywhere near it.
Is it interesting? I mean, look at her.
These companies are based out.
Yeah,
look at.
Look at her. Yes.
You can see that she's based out of Hong Kong, which is very interesting. Not in Scotland or anywhere near it.
Is it interesting? I mean, look at her.
Yeah, it's not surprising that she's from Hong Kong. It's surprising that some fucking young, like 23-year-old looking woman from Hong Kong is running a Scottish charity. And she's not even Scottish. She lives in Hong Kong. It's surprising. Yeah. Oh, Willy Mac. Oh, I hate this fucking guy so much. Oh my God. I hate Willy Mac. I fucking hate Willy Mac. I hate him. I fucking hate him so much. Oh, I fucking hate this fucking scum ass fuck. Fuck this fucking guy. He is the worst fucking guy. I can feel it inside me. I can feel it the fuck inside me. I can feel the anger. I can feel the rage. Oh, there's only a few people that bring this out of me. Vosh is one of them. Now you're on that fucking list. Xander Hall's on that list. Oh, I hate this fucking guy.
Companies are based out of Hong Kong, so China basically. And I think it's very interesting that these companies are based out of a country that has very lax...
My serious business. Oh, man. That is very, very funny. That is very, 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 very funny. Oh, my God. Woo! That is just hilarious. Serious business. Too
laws.
funny.
You can get away with a lot more somewhat shady type business practices in Hong Kong and China as opposed to most Western countries.
Listen to his logic. They're based in Hong Kong, therefore they must be a scam. Or just hear me out on this one, Scott. The owner is Chinese. In a statement released by...
that's weird. The fact that the owner is Chinese is weird. Why are you making me feel like I'm crazy for even saying something? This guy is like, oh, if I say something in a condescending tone, that's just reality now, right?
Or just hear me out on this one, Scott. The owner is Chinese. In a statement released by Established Titles, written by Kat herself, she says, I'm an American and moved to Hong Kong as a child from Paris with my family. Before moving to the UK as a young adult, I moved back to Hong Kong, as many do, for my family. To use the place of my childhood as a tool to try and create a witch hunt is mean and hurtful. I can't help but feel like Scott is just lost in the sauce, like he misinterprets everything and keeps
Scott is lost in the sauce. Not the guy who opened the video with a fucking scam-ass soap company. Scott's the one we should be worried about, right?
Titles, written by Kat herself. She says, I'm an American and moved to Hong Kong as a child from Paris with my family. Before moving to the UK as a young adult, I moved back to Hong Kong, as many do.
Okay, so you lived in the UK for 2 years. So you decided to grift off of an old wives' tale. So you took a Western old wives' tale of, if I buy the smallest plot of land in Scotland, you heard that one time, and you fucking turn that into like a Chinese business scheme. And Willy Mac is all here for it. Dude, when the Chinese take over, this guy, he's going to be like fucking, do you know what this guy, he's going to be doing? He's going to say something about China, and he's going to make a public apology. Like fucking John Cena. That's what's going to happen, man. Here, I'm going to show you what he's going to be doing. John Cena Bing Chilling. This is what he's gonna have to do one day. Willy Mac.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋速度与激情。
That's how much of a fucking that's what this guy's all about. This guy's Bing chillin'.
I can't help but feel like Scott is just lost in the sauce. Like he misinterprets everything and keeps shoving words in people's mouths. All these big content creators are panicking because they're afraid they're going to get canceled or called a scammer the same way that CoffeeZilla does to people. Except unlike CoffeeZilla, Scott doesn't do his research. I'm not affiliated with this company at all. I've never been paid by them. But when I look at the facts...
You think CoffeeZilla is going to look into you? You think he's going to like what he sees? Yeah. You think that's going to be how it works? You think CoffeeZilla, when he does a little bit of digging, is going to find out you're a really good guy? Willie, you think that's how this is going to go down? You think that CoffeeZilla is like pro enchanted titles? Idiot.
It's not a scam to me. This business model exists all over.
It's not a scam to me because my friends hawked it. So it's not a scam to me.
By them. But when I look at the facts, it's just not a scam to me. This business model exists all over the internet. That's my opinion. But
if a business model exists on the internet, therefore not a scam.
You think. Now we got an update on the Keppel situation.
And there's Willy Mac, man. I mean, what a fucking asshole. Fuck him. But you know what? It even gets worse, okay? It even gets worse. Other people are really showing their true colors. And my favorite is all these like anti-scam channels are coming out and defending fucking this titles. I can't remember the name ever. I don't know why I can't remember it. I'm so stupid, but dude.
What's up, everyone?
Spencer Cornelia, man. Spencer motherfucking Cornelia right here. So this guy, I've been familiar with this guy for quite a while. I have been getting bad vibes about this guy ever since he became friends with Mickey, who's this like, he's like a baccarat player, but he looks like he's like a fucking groupie for Good Charlotte or something crazy like that. But this guy, his whole channel, just so you guys can see this guy's whole channel, Kevin David's newest scam. I promoted a scam. This multimillionaire, I promoted a scam. That's the video we're going to be watching. Tom Brady is sued for FTX. His whole channel, this is an anti-scam channel YouTuber who is caught up in this titles business. And he is one of the other guys who is making a video completely fucking coping out of his mind for why what he did was okay. So we're going to watch this guy. Let's hear him out, Let's hear him out.
From YouTube for a week, but a good friend of mine called me last night and said that there was a video getting a lot of views.
Hold up. I forgot that. There we go. Boom.
that included allegations that I promoted a scam. And given that I'm the guy that goes after fraudsters and fake gurus and scammers, obviously it's not a good look if I was promoting a scam.
It's
so I felt that it was appropriate to address it. All that I ask of you is that you watch this full video before formulating your opinion. I'll share everything with you, everything from my side, so that you can see my perspective and reach a conclusion on if you think I'm a scammer or if I'm promoting scams. We're going to first begin with my conversation with my agent so I can share with you how these types of conversations go. My agent reached out and said they are interested in sponsoring you for a certain amount. The lowest amount I've taken for a sponsorship is $2,300. The most I've taken is $6,000. That's for one integration and one video. Most of them are on the middle to lower middle of that range. This one was right in the middle. And are you open to this? I said, I'll pass, not something I'd like to promote. My first instinct was that it was like some silly gimmick. I didn't even know what they were promoting. And so my first instinct was to say, I'll pass. My agent...
Ooh, should have went with your first instinct there, buddy. Looks like your first instinct was the correct one.
Understood. Could you send me a reason as to why, just to make sure I'm pitching you to brands that are in alignment with what you want? And again, I didn't really know much about it, and so I hadn't done any research on it. I just heard about the ad in Iced Coffee Hour one time. I heard it in passing, and I thought the Lord or Lady stuff was kind of odd, and I didn't think it would work for my audience, and so that's why I initially passed. And then my agent said, LOL,
you got greedy.
definitely more of a lighthearted sponsorship. And then I said, okay, I may be cool with that. How do they make money or make this worth the sponsor money? I was still kind of curious, like, what exactly is the product? He said the product costs $50, and they were doing a big push for the holiday season. And then I said, got it. Okay, I'm warming up to it. The cost being $50 is obviously of interest to me because it's a low cost of entry, and it was at this time when I actually started looking into them, and I saw that it was a charity, and so I realized that the Lord or Lady stuff is just kind of like a little gimmick on the side.
Oh, it's like a gimmick on the side is how we're gonna say it. So he's going with the classic Willy Mac defense. Oh, the fucking the Lord and Lady shit, that was just like the on the side stuff. Oh, nobody purchased this for the Lord and Lady stuff. You know, they did this because they care about trees in a place that is indeterminate and will be determined at a later date. So trees are getting built somewhere. That's the reason why people purchased the titles
for people to donate to a charity. And so they like use a kind of a little gimmick, a kind of a joke to get you in the door to actually
kind of a joke, kind of a gimmick, kind of a joke, kind of a gimmick. That's not how it's being sold. It's not being sold as a fucking gimmick. It's being sold as you buy a plot of land and you get a title.
So I realized that. I was like, oh, this is great. This is a charity. So I said, okay, got it. Okay, I'm warming up to it. And then my agent said, LOL, I bought one for my dad on Father's Day a couple years back, and he loved it. So I thought that was amazing. And then I said, okay, let's do it. What's your time frame? And then they said October. And so what essentially happened is I didn't know much about the product. I thought it was this like silly little thing that what exactly are they promoting? And then when I realized that it was a charity,
how is this any? I don't understand how this is any different from like a charity NFT that like Andrew Tate would make. This guy would be making this whole video about how Andrew Tate is making a scam NFT and the money, part of it does go to charity, but not to the charity that you thought it'd be going to. This guy would be wetting his fucking lips over a video like that. But, it's about him. Oh, now you're under the fucking spotlight. This is when you learn about people. That when people are under the spotlight, that's when you notice. It's the same with Doc on the radio, man. Doc on the radio loves making his people fight against each other. But when you point the ire at him, he's like, oh, please don't hurt me. Oh. Weak. These people are weak. They have no fucking backbone. They have no leg to stand on. A real man says sorry.
A lot of my content does skew negative. It's a lot critical. It's like this fake guru. And the video that I was going to integrate this sponsorship into was a video about a guy stealing over $1 million from people in New York. And so I thought it would be great to do something that was opposite of that. Do like a
So I happen to be making my own video about a different scam. Are we back? There we go. So I happen to be making my own video about a scam. So I figured as an intro, I'll show a different scam. So it's like, you know how like Pixar movies, they have like the little short that they do right in the beginning of it? It's kind of like that. It's like a Pixar movie.
Charity for my channel, because a lot of my videos are negative, and then I thought, oh man, this would be great to do something super positive. And I knew about the title stuff was kind of a joke. It was almost like, hey, donate to breast cancer awareness and you get a plot of land on the moon.
I thought this was a guy that was good. I learned a lot about this guy through this scandal. I thought this was like a good guy that we all can be, watching. But we cannot be watching this guy. He is just as feral, just as compromised as anybody else.
Not getting a plot of land on the moon, but you're doing it like it's a haha, it's a joke. You give it to your dad or mom at during the holiday season that they can put up on the wall, and it's like a little gimmick that you throw at parties. You can mention at parties, and in turn you get to actually donate something for charity. And so that was my mindset, and that's why I believed it would be a good sponsorship for the channel. Established Titles partners with 2 different charities to actually donate the trees, and so I reached out to both so that you guys can get some clarity on if trees are actually getting planted, because that to me is like really the scam, if trees are actually getting planted or not.
Oh my God, you moved the goalpost so far with that. The real scam is that the trees aren't getting planted. I mean, how much further could you move the goalpost? Established titles. Established titles. You are establishing a title. Oh my God, the goalpost is so far. These guys are so unfair with the way that these rhetoricians, they're using rhetoric to take your money and make you be okay with it.
One tree planted that I reached out to. She responded, "Hello, Spencer. It is a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for reaching out. Established Titles is indeed a business partner of ours who has been donating and supporting our efforts for years. Let me know if you have any more questions." And that was basically just asking, like, a lot of people think Established Titles is a scam and doesn't plant any trees. I'm just asking for proof. She said, "We do not disclose."
Dude, he didn't even ask. That's great to hear. Is there any way you can show the amount of trees that got planted? A lot of people think Established Titles is a scam. So you don't even, in your correspondence with whether or not Established Titles is a scam, oh my God.
Amount of donations made, but you are welcome to reach out to them for the number of trees they donated. Sorry about that, Spencer.
So it's like, if the titles don't actually work and they're not applicable to Spencer, that's enough of a not scam for him to feel mentally okay with that. As if hiding something very consequential in the fine print isn't a form of scam. It is.
Crashed. Our partnership began 2020, so they've been with One Tree Planted for 2 years. So then I reached out to a lady with the Trees for the Future charity that they partner with, and here's her response. "Dear Spencer, we have had a lot of inquiries like yours recently, and we are happy to report that Established Titles is indeed a strong supporter of our organization. So far, they have funded the planting of more than 2 million trees with us. I believe the confusion might come from the fact that those trees are not planted in Europe, but in 9 countries across Africa,
that's
working
pretty
with
smart
thousands
right
of
there.
farmers to lift them from poverty and..."
He was looking for a quick cover. He didn't actually want to see how the sausage gets made. Yeah.
while restoring the environment. So that's, I think, really important, and I totally understand why people think it's like scammy, that the business practices that Established Titles employs, which is kind of like a little bit of a bait and switch, where you don't actually get title to a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland. I totally understand.
Oh, I totally understand. Okay, it's not like this guy's acting like he wouldn't be making a video about this. He's really going to be sitting here and acting like he wouldn't be making a video about this. It's so fucking funny, man. It's so fucking funny. And the way that he dismisses it as if it's nothing, like, dude.
The business practices that Established Titles employs, which is kind of like a little bit of a bait and switch, where you don't actually get title to a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland. I totally understand. I don't think you're wrong to think it's like scammy to do that. And I haven't seen the video. However, if their position is that it is a scam because of that, totally fine if you want to have that opinion. For me, my interpretation...
Okay, so you're just you're going to write off the whole... You're going to write off all of us. That's enough for 95% of the audience to call it a scam. So this guy has relegated himself to the 5% of people that are okay with all of that.
That this was a charity for planting trees, and the fact that they actually plant trees is what matters most to me, and I'm happy to report that they do. There's apparently over 2 million trees planted, and I think this is great for the environment. My main focus on all of this was the act of planting the trees, and it looks like I made a massive mistake by overlooking the other side of this coin, and so I have no problems
but the trees are supposed to be planted in Scotland, man. I mean, what?
Calling it a scam. I've seen in my comment section people calling this thing a scam, and that I'm a scammer now because I was promoting a scam. I have no problem with those comments.
Yes, you're a fucking scammer.
I clearly made a mistake.
You're a fucking scammer. Fuck you. And then I guess Scott came out with a video today where I think he's going to clear the air for the final time. Response for the creator. We're going to watch this. Scott's going to give us the final
my
thoughts.
Video talking about the shady company known as Established Titles, the story has completely blown up, and the company went on a mad dash to cover its tracks of dishonest marketing and misleading information. Since my video last week, Established Titles has made numerous edits to their website and removed their deceptive YouTube video, all in an attempt to cover up the fact that they misled people into believing they were becoming legitimate.
Oh, that's weird, right? Willy Mac and Spencer. Isn't that weird that this company that's totally not a scam, and oh, you're a real idiot if you think this is a scam. Oh, you mean those people, they're deleting everything on their websites and social media? That seems totally like that seems right. Yeah. Oh, they're just deleting everything on their social media? That doesn't seem sketchy at all.
Lords and ladies, and that they were actually purchasing land in Scotland when all of that was untrue. On top of that, a few YouTubers who are sponsored by Established Titles have begun running propaganda for the company and spreading lies about it in an attempt to keep their main sponsor pumping money into them with no regard for the truth or their viewers' best interest. In this video, I'll be showing evidence of Established Titles' attempts to cover their tracks after I expose them, and that they are continuing to try and deceive.
And you know what's so good about this? So Willie and Spencer, they put out their videos before this video. So we get to see our boy Scott. He's going to give the final words.
Customers with deceptive marketing campaigns. I will also be addressing several of the lies the angry YouTubers who did not like my video have been spreading about me.
Yes.
After I released my video, Established Titles released a letter to all its creators bashing my video and trying to save face after the truth came out. Oddly enough, though, if you actually read their letter carefully, you can see that they are not actually denying the most important parts of my video. In the video, I stated that you do not receive an official Lord or Lady title, and you receive 0 land after buying from them. Established Titles does not deny those claims at all, which was the main...
You get 0 land. So the $150 goes to fucking 0 land. It goes to nothing. Okay? It goes to 1 data point in a spreadsheet that you type in on the fucking website. But other than that, you don't actually own any land. There's no real land. It doesn't correspond with anything. It's all a lie. It's fake. Fraudulent. Willie, come on.
To the video.
You're going to call out Keffels? You think Keffels would fucking fall for this shit, idiot? Keffels is smarter than this. You're worse than fucking Keffels.
Company decided to claim that they made it clear that their product was a gag gift, not to be taken seriously, and have never attempted to convince people otherwise. Now, this statement that they made is false and can be easily disproven. Right now on Facebook, Established Titles is spending thousands of dollars a month in manipulative ads to convince people that they can legally become...
See, I watched a little bit of this. I have not watched the full thing, but in a couple of seconds, he's going to play some of the advertisements for Enchanted Titles, and it's going to completely disprove all the fucking garbage-ass bullshit points those 2 last fucking snake oil salesmen were trying to peddle to you guys.
Lords and ladies after buying one of their packages.
When you buy land in Scotland, you are legally referred to as a lord or lady. So
I mean, like, what more do you need, Willie?
One of their packages.
When you buy land in Scotland, you are legally referred to as a lord or lady. So this, I bought a square foot of land where they're gonna...
I bought a square foot of land.
Trade. So
where they're... That's even worse. So that's the sales point. The sales point is, I bought a plot of land, and the tree is going to grow on specifically on the land that I purchased. What does that have anything to do with gag gift, we grow trees in Africa? How can you explain to me how those are the same things? Willie? Your fucking salmon pink shirt.
Legally referred to as Lord Liam.
That ad that I just showed you was created by established titles, and nowhere
That wasn't even made by an influencer. That was made by established titles. Established titles made that ad.
In the ad doesn't make any reference to this being a gag, joke, or just for fun. They specifically say you are legally a lord in the video. Now, if you pull up the definition of the word legally, it states in accordance with the law. Now, from what I've shown in the past video, we know that to be 100% inaccurate. Their titles that they give you have no legal standing,
Oh my
yet they
God.
continue to try and deceive people despite claiming they don't do this. Now, if you think that was a fluke, you would be wrong, because Established Titles currently has a full page of those deceptive
We need a full apology. I mean, I don't see how these guys can just keep making their, oh, Keffels did something so stupid. Yeah, oh yeah, Keffels did something so stupid. Well, now you have too. Okay, this is a way bigger mistake than people will think it is. I mean, Willy Mac's like, these people, they put a basically like a hit list of comedian or of YouTubers in the comments section. It's like a hit list. They listed all the people. It's like a hit list. So viewers aren't allowed to know who is peddling fraudulent shit. Why? We as consumers and viewers have a right to know who's doing funky bullshit and who's playing above the board. Oh, man. Willie needs to, before he can move forward and continue making his anti-Keffels videos and bullshit, he needs to, this is too far. This is too far. He's got to apologize.
running on Facebook. Here's another where they tell people that their packages officially make you a lord after purchasing them.
Can you guess how I became a lord at just age 19?
No. I would probably have to guess that you inherited the position because your father before you.
Actually, Established Title sells a title that can officially make you a lord or a lady.
Can officially make you a lord or a lady.
Papa, since you're officially a lord or a lady, you have dedicated land in Scotland. You will literally get a certification that makes you a lord or a lady. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. This is the afterthought, right? I thought this was the afterthought, right, Spencer? This is the afterthought.
You have dedicated land in Scotland.
This is the afterthought. Oh, the whole title thing. Oh, that's like a gag part of it, but the other part, yeah. Oh, really? Is that true? If we go through and watch all the advertisement, is that true?
Certification.
Is that the selling point? The trees are the selling point.
You a lord or a lady. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I've always wanted to be a lady.
This is fucking bad.
Another thing to point out in the text for that ad is that they state, buy a 1 square foot plot of Scotland and make him a lord today. They have no disclaimer anywhere on that ad that you are buying a souvenir or gag gift. Simply that you will become a lord after purchase. This is again false and shows the continued history of this company to try and deceive people into believing they are buying real land when they are not. Now, established titles would like you to believe that everyone who buys one of their scam plots of land know that it's just a joke. However, with just a few...
Yeah, that's kind of been the point that everybody's been making, right? Everybody knew it was a joke. That's why what we did was okay, right? We've been hearing that for the last hour.
Minutes of searching, you can find hundreds of comments on my last video of people who had bought from them and are now upset after realizing they don't actually own any land or have an official title. On top of that, you can find reviews online that state the same thing, and even a Facebook page that has shown that they are a scam for years. A common response from some people I've been hearing since this story broke is that if you are dumb enough to believe this was real, then you deserve to lose your money, and that is an incredibly mean and inconsiderate viewpoint. Not everyone has the same understanding, and there are clearly hundreds, if not thousands of people who were deceived into thinking these were legitimate land purchases. Now, the founder, Katarina Yep, recently did an interview where she actually agreed with that and stated that their marketing plan that they give to sponsors is confusing and needs to be rewritten.
There's some people, I mean, even people who may have
because this is showing intent. This is showing that they know the difference. I love this.
Myself, who has felt like, oh, I thought like there might have been like, even if I can't really use it, there might have been a little bit of legitimacy behind it. And I think that
Paige, it's our friend Paige, everybody. Pig emojis in the
I think
chat.
for me, what I can see overall is there seems to be somewhat of their communication.
God, she is so fucking foul. Look at this room. Ew. Why does her shirt match her? I mean, this is the ugliest coloring ever.
Down in terms of the information that's filled.
Is she living inside of an Xbox? Like, what is this room?
The influencers.
I think what we should have done is put as much information as we can in the brief, and especially like the stuff that we have in our FAQs. You know, our FAQs are very clear about how this all works, and our homepage. And I just kind of assumed that people would like go on the website and kind of read for themselves. But you make a great point. I think what we will do is make sure that we're.
I want to know, did Willy make this video? Cover your tracks. Okay, this is what I want to see.
Now for this part of the video, I want to show just how deceptive Established Titles has been with their website. Since the release of my video, the company has made many alterations to their website to make it now clear that these packages that they sell are just for fun and have no real standing. Now, a few creators who have been attacking me have falsely claimed this information was always on the site. However, they did almost no research, and if they had, would have realized this wasn't true. In order to look at what the website looked like in the past, I'm going to be using a website known as Wayback Machine. If you're unfamiliar with the website, it allows you to look at websites in the past and see what they look like before they were altered. I encourage anyone watching this, if you don't believe what I say in the next segment, to use the website yourself and confirm what I'm saying. The first page I want to show you is the About Us page. When I first showed the page in my last video, it looked like this. However, the day after my video came out, the company altered the page to include a new paragraph that states, "Established Titles is a fun gift."
Oh wait, I saw some other changes too. So look at this too. It's the original one. It starts with "Ye Old Established Titles," and then they changed it to "Established Titles." They took the "ye old" out of there. Damn, whose marketing decision was to put in "ye old"?
They altered the page to include a new paragraph that states, "Established Titles is a fun gift meant for a good laugh and not to be taken seriously." This is obviously an attempt to make it clear that this product is just a gag gift.
Oh, that is so damn. They did, dude. Willy Mac, did you hear that? They made that change the day after this guy's video came out. So this totally not scam, nothing to worry about company, they're making huge alterations to their website. Did you know about that, Willy Mac? Did you know that they're doing this?
He sent out claiming they had always been clear on that issue in the past. If they truly felt that way, they would have no reason to alter.
And Scott's the one that didn't do his research. Scott's the one. He didn't. He's the one. This is the guy we should be looking out for, right?
Their website the day after my video came out to make it more clear. Now let's look at the main page where they have their nature pledge. Now, a few YouTubers who are running propaganda for Established Titles have been lying and saying that this information was always here and that I was a moron for not talking about it.
Yes.
However, if you look at my past video or use Wayback Machine, you can see that the information about how many trees were planted did not exist anywhere on their site.
Oh, okay. Here, let's go back to the Willy Mac video. Okay, that's so good. All right, let's make that clear for everybody. I mean, some of you guys were in here earlier, but I think we got to tie that together. Willy Mac. All right, let's see. So what does he say again? What part of this?
Scotland. The souvenir plots are typically too. They all say it's based off the old Scottish custom. The certificate doesn't do anything. It's meant to be a novelty gift that gives you an excuse to
that they are actually donating money to back up their claims. So basically, you have to take the company's word that they are really donating money to plant trees.
Well, did you call and ask the charity? Because you're accusing them of fraud and you have no receipts to back it up. This is a baseless accusation from Scott, since the charity has come forward and shown proof that Established Titles was indeed donating the money. So Scott just...
Oh, okay, Mr. Wise Guy. So let's see what Scott had to say about that.
And then I was a moron for not talking about it.
Yeah, let's go back to what Scott has to say about this.
And it goes against the email that the company sent out, claiming they had always been clear on that issue in the past. If they truly felt that way, they would have no reason to alter their website the day after my video came out to make it more clear. Now let's look at the main page where they have their nature pledge. Now, a few YouTubers who are running propaganda for Established Titles have been lying and saying
that's what he's saying right there. He's saying Willy Mac runs propaganda.
Information was always here and that I was a moron for not talking about it. However, if you look at my past video or use Wayback Machine, you can see that the information about how many trees were planted did not exist anywhere on their site just a few days ago.
Uh-oh, Willy Mac. Uh-oh. Willy Mac. See, this is why you don't fucking you don't try to cover breaking news, especially if you're wrong. You don't try to cover breaking news, especially if you're wrong. You got caught with your fucking dick in your ass.
This information.
Willy Mac, drop down and give me fucking 10. Willy Mac needs to fucking do enough push-ups where we feel okay about this.
After I made my video. This is another attempt by the company to cover up the fact that many details...
Yeah, that's another question we have here. Was Willy Mac paid by established titles in order to make a propaganda video? Now, you might be like, oh, CJ, that's such a crazy idea. Like, why would Willy Mac ever do something like that? Well, it seems like he's the type of guy that would do that. I mean, from everything that we've seen here, he's the type of guy that would accept money to make a hit piece video, a propaganda video. Who else would do it besides Willy Mac?
Company was misleading or missing before I exposed them. I specifically said in my first video that they didn't plant any trees themselves, and Katerina actually confirmed that statement in her interview.
I think there are 4 main criticisms that he uses in the video. So the first of them is that these titles are not official titles. I think we are very clear on the website. We've always been very clear on the website that this is a novelty item. And I think that the language really hasn't changed since day one. And I was very, very clear about that. There are criticisms that we're not planting the trees ourselves. I don't think that we need to or say that we do. We work with reputable charities.
Many YouTubers have specifically said Enchanted Titles plants the trees. And not only that, Established Titles has said that the plot of land that you buy, they grow the tree on that plot of land. That's what they say.
That do this, they're the best, they're the experts. If I needed to know which tree to plant where, I really wouldn't know where to start. So we figured the best way of doing this would be to work with them.
Now, in conclusion, I want to say I find it quite funny that Established Titles, at the same time they're sending an email out to all their creators saying that they've always been very forward. Everyone knows this is just a gag gift.
Yeah, so there you have it, everybody. I mean, hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I mean, scumbags, scammers all around. I mean, this is bullshit. This is crazy. And really, I hope you guys will not let these guys live this down, but that's going to be it for today, guys. Oh my God, we still have another fucking story. So I want to cover this one story, but I feel like it would be fun to do with a guest. So I'm waiting for the guest to agree to do. Let me check my Twitter really quick here. If I see something in my Twitter, we are going to keep going, but otherwise we're going to call it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a good time. I felt like I had a lot of fun. But yeah, that is gonna be it, guys. I'm just trying to find some music here. What is some? I've been wearing my hoops. Nope, not that. I've been wearing my. Why would I put that on the playlist? That's awful. What about? You know what I was liking? Where the fuck was it? Yeah. Or no, we did this last. I'm trying to give you guys. I'm trying to feed you guys good music, man. That's another goal that I have out here. I'm trying to make sure people are watching good movies. I don't want you guys living in the fucking hellscape of existing in the algorithm. All these content creators. What you have to understand about these content creators, the stuff that they watch all day has been determined by a robot. And they have no plans of going beyond that. So these people are completely bought and sold by fucking the Terminator, man. They're gross. So watch movies, go to concerts, go to museums, live a good life. But other than that, I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.